on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 86, and the SXM app.
The Tampa Bay Lightning's season is now over, and looking ahead, will Steven Stamkos stay with the team that drafted him number 1 overall back in the 2008 NHL draft? Stamkos has been the Bolts captain since March 6, 2014, and can become an unrestricted free agent on July 1st, as he was in the final season of an 8-year, $68 million contract that he signed on June 29, 2016. In Tampa Bay's history, Stamkos is a 2-time back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, and he ranks first in goals, points, power play goals, power play points, and games played. On Sirius XM NHL Network Radio Channel 91, Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick talked about the future of Tampa Bay and Stamkos.
Steven Stamkos, you wonder, is that it for him with the Tampa Bay Lightning? And you wonder whether or not something can be worked out to keep the captain in the fold. And with all the RFAs and all the UFs that I saw, with all due respect to the other players, there was nobody that if they lost them, Gord, you'd say, wow, Tampa Bay's just not a contender anymore. No, this is all about Stamkos for Tampa in the offseason. This is all about deciding whether or not the price is going to be right to keep your captain around and potentially keep him a Tampa Bay Lightning member for his entire career. What do you think? What's your gut feel on this situation, Gord, right now when it comes to Stamkos continuing with Tampa or perhaps being wooed by some sort of an offer hitting the market on July 1st?
So, like John Cooper says, he wants to remain there, and they want him still there. But the business side now, and he loves it in Tampa Bay. His parents have moved down there a number of years ago as well. Like, it's just a great situation. He's a day oneer. I do look at, like, say, the Alex Pietrangelo situation where you thought he was a Blue for life, and then he wasn't. He went to the Vegas Golden Knights. You know, Anze Kopitar is kind of used as the comparable that what he was making 10 and he's taking a cut on a 2-year contract. But Stamkos maybe looks at, I already took a cut, but Victor Hedman can argue that too, you know, on their other deals. So I'm going to put it, say, just guesstimate, 70-30, he stays in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, 70-30, 60-40, somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm probably leaning towards him staying and them ultimately coming towards something. And again, you heard from the head coach, his vote would be, yeah, I want to keep this guy. He wants to stay here. It's just the business of hockey, like you say, Gord, right? If you've got $11 million to play with, how much of it can go to a guy who's 34, albeit coming off another 40-goal season? He's the guy that's probably, with Marty St. Louis and Vinny Lecavalier recognized as the all-time greatest Tampa Bay Lightning players. I think when you factor in where he was drafted, the numbers he's put up, the Stanley Cups, the whole bit.
That was Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick from Morning Skate on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. Sirius XM, Channel 89.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160, XM 219, and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick from the Morning Skate on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio Channel 91 talked about what's next for the Los Angeles Kings in the offseason.
Well, the Kings have decisions to make. Number one, we saw this season that Anze Kopitar and Drew Doughty still have a lot of gas left in the tank, and that's great for the Kings. Quentin Byfield's emergence gives them a really good launch pad, I think, into next season, too. Now we know he's a full-time National Hockey Leaguer. Now we know he has the potential to get better and better and better based upon where he was drafted. This is what they expected. And yet they've got question marks. There's been an awful lot of heat on Rob Blake the last couple of years for this team to kind of take that next step up the ladder. They have failed to do so. We looked at Pierre-Luc Dubois. At least we were trying to find him. And for the most part, we couldn't. You wonder about Jim Hiller, interim head coach. Has he done enough to come back with all of the big-name candidates out there? A lot of questions. Where would you start if you're Los Angeles? If we're assuming Rob Blake is going to continue on to call the shots from the front office standpoint, what do you do if you're Los Angeles? What's the number one priority?
Okay, well, we talked about the goaltending, and the coaching is going to get addressed by everybody. I mean, coaches are just they're not a dime a dozen, but they've been treated like they're dime a dozen in a lot of situations this past year. So the LA Kings, New York Rangers, Toronto Maple Leafs all did the same thing whatever number of years ago it was that did the, okay, we're going to do the retool, the rebuild, the whatever, and let the fans in on it. All of them got high draft picks. They did get Byfield second overall. You've got the Rangers looking the best right now of the three. The Maple Leafs may have to have LA King-type decisions as well in the offseason, but they've done things they've done good ads, like Philip Deneau being signed, Arvidsson up front, whether you go Moore, just a lot of things. I think that they can look at it that if you get the goaltending, let's see where we go from there, and then little tweaking. So what I'm saying is I don't see a big retool or rebuild being what the Kings are going to do this offseason.
We said, look, if the Kings are looking to upgrade in one area going into the offseason, it's got to be goaltending. And I'm not saying it's all on David Riddick. I'm not saying it's all on Cam Talbot, but you need better than that. And it's just tough to chase the game. If you're Los Angeles and you're trying to get to your game and get to your identity, the first goal means so much.
Well, two teams that made the playoffs last year, New Jersey and Los Angeles. When you make the playoffs, you expect to make it the next year, and that was a very reasonable expectation. One of the two did. But your goaltending's not good enough. And Tom Fitzgerald did address it, too late for Lindy Ruff, but he did address it in Jersey and then did get Jake Allen late to maybe arguably give them good enough goaltending. A few months earlier, that good enough goaltending maybe could have made a difference for them. And you're right about the LA Kings just been a funny animal about their goaltending. I mean, Jonathan Quick for so many years, and then flashes in the pan that quickly dissipate. And Vegas is a great example. I know they're down 3-2, but they won with Logan Thompson and Aiden Hill. Okay, there's no wow factor with all due respect to both of them. That was good enough goaltending to win a Stanley Cup, and that, to your point, at a minimum is what the Los Angeles Kings need to do.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is SiriusXM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. SiriusXM NBA Radio, SiriusXM 86.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes take on the New York Rangers. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 9:30 p.m., Dallas Stars taking the Colorado Avalanche. Stars on Sirius 160 XM 219 and Internet 929, Avalanche on Internet 927. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Thursday, May the 9th.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
The Buffalo Sabres have found their next head coach after parting ways with their previous one, Don Granato, and it's one they know quite well in Lindy Ruff. He'll be coming back to Buffalo after being let go 11 years ago, and in his last tenure with the franchise, he guided them to the playoffs 8 times and won the Jack Adams back in 2006. Now, John Shannon, former Hockey Night in Canada executive producer, joined Scott Laughlin on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's Morning Skate on Channel 91 to discuss the news and give their thoughts on former player and former head coach of the Sabres, Lindy Ruff's return, and if it'll prove to be a successful second tenure in Buffalo for him.
How will this work out, do you think? I personally, John, am happy, and I think Seth Appert's got a future in coaching. I'm happy they didn't just go to another player development type coach like Donnie Granato was, and he took them to a certain point. But now I think it's time to put the big boy pants on and have some of these young kids start to blossom, and I wonder if Lindy Ruff is that guy, John.
Well, I think Lindy's going to have to be tougher, or Lindy not tougher but tough. I did a few games in Buffalo late in the season, and I thought Don Granato, who is just a wonderful person, I don't think he was hard enough on his team. I do think, again, it goes back to creating process and structure. Rick Tocchet went to Vancouver and created process and structure. That's the expectation for what Peter Laviolette did, a bigger name in New York. I do think that that's something that can really help that young core in Buffalo, because how do you not love that defense in Buffalo? To me, that's that's one of the best young groups, but they need something to not necessarily tell them what to do, but tell them what not to do. And they have to be held accountable. And that's something with his resume that Lindy can do in spades, and do a solid job that way. Making the players accountable is just as important as anything else that can happen in a situation like Buffalo, because, my goodness, the fans deserve it, the ownership deserves it, and what Kevin Adams has tried to create there is the right thing, but now the players have to be pulled on and called on the carpet and deliver with the money that they have been paid and the future that they have for that franchise.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trent,
an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
To win the Cup, everything needs to line up perfectly, no different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K. treatment.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Now the return for Jarvis, saved by Shesterkin. Wow.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Zibanejad towards the net, knocked down, Trocheck scores! He scores! Vincent Trocheck wins game 2 in double overtime.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
There's never really panic in the room. The confidence is something that you build throughout the course of the year. I don't think we ever feel like we're out of games.
This is New York Rangers hockey. New York Rangers hockey starts right now. Live from PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina for the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's Game 3, the Rangers versus the Hurricanes. Here's Dave Maloney, and with the play-by-play, here's Sam Rosen on the MSG Radio Network.
And good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, where the noise level is starting to build, the excitement is starting to build. Sam Rosen along with Captain Dave Maloney. And Dave, I wanted to start by talking about Vincent Trocheck and how great he's been, but I got to talk about Philip Hedl. Philip Hedl back in the lineup, first time since early November. Right. You mentioned it on the pregame show against the Carolina Hurricanes. A great skilled player, but he hasn't played in a long time.
Well, again, it's a little bit like when you see goaltenders, the number 2 goaltender, can he be a number 1? Well, you've got to make that decision to give him a chance to be number 1. The question is, would he be ready to play? Well, you're not going to know until you decide that he's ready to play. So he's in the lineup tonight. Again, one of his, he can get around on the ice. He's a strong kid. And I do think, all things being equal, the Rangers, I do think, have a deeper ability to make a play He's a skilled player in the lineup, but I'll tell you the pace. He's going to jump into the high-speed lane right away, Filipino. But welcome back to Filipino.
Fans, you can hear it. You can hear the fans on their feet here at PNC Arena waving white towels. The teams are just moments away from hitting the ice. Let's talk Vincent Trocheck.
Yeah.
He has been absolutely dynamic and just a star for this team.
Wow, there's no question. I think the thing, having given some thought about Trocheck today, he's a tremendous glue guy. Like he plays so many important minutes in so many important situations when you consider you have the number one, you have a brilliant power play and a brilliant penalty kill. A lot of that starts with possession. And then he is the absolute glue with a wonderful line with Panarin and Lafreniere. And I just think he's another one of those guys you really would never appreciate till you had the opportunity to see him play every game. And he has been tremendous. He had a tremendous year. He's been great here in the playoffs.
The teams have hit the ice. Vincent Trocheck, just to cap off what Dave was saying, he has scored in every game. He has scored a goal in each of the last 5 games and has 10 points. And Mika Zibanejad, also scoring in every game in the playoffs thus far, has 11 points. The referees tonight, Graham Skilleter and Chris Rooney. The standby referee is Garrett Rank. The linesmen are James Tobias and Matt McPherson. And the teams are getting set on the ice. We'll have the presentation of the colors. Igor Shesterkin will be in goal to our left as we sit opposite the benches. And 24-year-old Pyotr Kochetkov is in goal. A bit of a surprise for the Carolina Hurricanes. Starting lineups at their respective blue lines, officials at the red line, and now the singing of our national anthem.
Presenting tonight's colors is the Chatham County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard. Now at this time, please rise if you are able. Kindly remove your caps and join us as we honor America with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Performed this evening by Adam Lee Decker.
Oh. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The opening puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Well, there is a smattering of blue in this predominantly red crowd. A little bit unlike the regular season, where the Rangers have a little more access to tickets. Apparently, there was a conscious effort to keep the blue shirt, the fever, out of this building. But in the meantime, I expect, obviously, it's easy to say it should be a hard start, right? If you're Carolina, you want to set your pace right away. I think the Rangers need to keep it simple. Put the pucks, if you're going to get rid of the puck, put it in an area where you don't get into trouble or eat it.
Rangers start with Mika Zibanejad, Jack Roslovic on the right, Chris Kreider on the left, Keandre Miller and Braden Steiner on defense, opposite Jordan Stahl, Seth Jarvis, and Teuvo Teravainen. Puck into the Carolina end. It's cleared out all the way down the ice. It'll be an icing right away.
Well, possession off the draw. Keandre Miller does a nice job. Just quietly puts it into the offensive zone. This will allow the Rangers now to double up right away. 13 seconds into the period, you take off the Zibanejad line and you come back with Trocheck, right? Trocheck, just a tad better in face-offs. You're looking for possession here.
This line has been going. Lafreniere had a big game in Game 2. Trocheck, Lafreniere, and Panarin. The face-off one back by Stahl. Clearing attempt, picked up by Stahl. Skates down the left side into the Rangers zone left circle. Dropped it off. Caravainen shot deflected by Panarin. Goes up into the netting. And a face-off in the Rangers zone.
Yeah.
So we're still in the opening seconds of the game.
And we got our third face-off. That includes the opening face-off. So once again, Panarin in a good spot defensively. Carolina a little better job kind of knifing their way through that neutral zone that the Rangers like to control in Game 2, I thought.
Zibanejad on the face-off against Aho. Aho is chased. In comes Jake Gensel. And Gensel wins it, but taking the puck is Keandre Miller and clearing it out to center. Miller winds it around the boards into the Carolina zone. Roslovic in the right corner trying to play it, taken away by Aho. Skates to center, feeds Svechnikov down the middle into the Rangers zone. It's broken up and taken away by Roslovic. Out to center, across the red line into the Carolina zone. Left side, Kreider with a shot save made by Kochetkov. Played by Zibanejad. It's cleared out, and he chases back to get it in the Rangers zone. Right side to Schneider. To the red line, he fires in. Hard around the glass, played by the Hurricanes. Drury sending it back. Philip Hedl has hit the ice. Number 72 on the ice for the first time since November. Canes move in. Natchez with a shot went wide. Played around the boards. Left side in the Rangers zone. Natchez plays it toward the net. A battle there. Trouba battling. And the puck cleared around by Hedl. Hedl takes a hit. Gets the puck back to Gustafsson. Right side to Trouba and clears it out. All the way down the ice it goes in the Carolina zone. Brady Shea looks to play it. It's taken away by Wenberg. Wenberg in the right corner. Bumped there. 4 players there. It's played off the boards. VC looking for it. Hedl after it. Puck still loose in the Carolina zone. Picked up by Brady Shea. Gets it out to center where it's tied up there. Jordan Martinook tied up by Wenberg, who takes it away at the red line. Left side feed. Brought in by Barclay Goodrow. Tried to center, was blocked, taken by D'Angelo. His pass. Here. Oh, penalty call.
Penalty here. It's going to be
on the Rangers.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Rangers here.
In the offensive zone.
It may be a roughing.
New York calling the bench minor calling the 2-minute man on the ice.
There you go. 2 minute man on the ice, right? Did not see that one coming as we get a good look on the, Yeah, it's clear. There's a late exit, the extra forward. So we talked a little bit about the penalties. The penalty kill's been great. There's no question. Yep. But boy, oh boy, you go to the well 10 times. At this time of the year, you got to be careful.
Rangers penalty killing, third best in the playoffs. 25 for 27. Face-off win by Carolina. Aho plays it on the head and left corner. Back to Aho at the left point. Right side feed to Brent Burns. Shot toward the net is blocked, taken by Barclay Goodrow, and he clears it.
Good job by Jake Trouba. He gets to the middle of the ice, coming from the weak side, and blocks the attempt of Burns.
Long lead pass down the right side to Seth Jarvis. Jarvis pulls up, winds it behind the Ranger net. Trouba looking to play a double team. Svechnikov sends it up the boards to Jarvis. Back pass to Burns. Burns pass blocked out of the zone.
Great stick by Jimmy Vesey. I'm sorry, Barclay Goodrow.
Yeah, Goodrow with an excellent play. Goodrow and Trocheck were on. Zibanejad comes on. Goodrow goes off. Fox and Trouba, the defensive pair. Puck loose in the Rangers zone. Back to the point of Aho for a shot. Save. Rebound. Bad net went wide. Whoa. Came awfully close. The puck popped in the air and was batted just wide of the net. Rangers take it clear to center.
Yeah, it was Svechnikov who had that puck. He batted it.
Takeaway by Zibanejad, then he lost control, and the Canes have it back in their own zone. Burns at his own goal line, drops it off. Second unit on for Carolina. Puck picked up, brought down by Natchez. Pulls up at the Ranger line, dropped it to Teravainen. Now to Kuznetsov. back in the lineup after being a healthy scratch in Game 2. Out to the blue line, D'Angelo, right side, Kuznetsov, side of the right circle. Plays it down low to the right corner, Teravainen. Winds it behind the Ranger net. Picked up there. Back pass to the point to Natchez. Center of the blue line, D'Angelo. Skates right along the line. Here's boos from the Ranger fans. Cheers from Carolina. Shot by Natchez. Left side went wide. Natchez left circle. Picks up the puck. Centers it back, but missed connection. Kreider takes it away and clears, and that does it for the Carolina power play.
Good job with the Rangers once again. 11 for 11 in the series on the penalty kill.
4 minutes gone by. Brought into the Ranger zone by Martinook. Long shot stick to side by Shesterkin and brought down the left side by Panarin into the Carolina zone. Right side of Trocheck. Behind the net all the way around the boards up top to Gustafsson. Round the boards into the left corner for Trocheck. Left circle. Comes to the middle and shoots and it's blocked. Chased down near side. Trocheck battling for it along with Brady Shea, and it's cleared out by Drury. Into the Ranger zone. Trouba's got it. Up ahead to center to Panarin. Back to Trouba at the Ranger line.
The Blues go back to 2022 and Jacob Trouba cocoa bunked Jarvis.
Jake Gensel for Carolina in his own zone. Drops it off. Puck picked up and brought to center by Orlov. Dmitry Orlov stopped at the Ranger line. Puck in center, driven in by Chatfield. Round the boards. Tipped out of the zone. Back out to center. Kane's taken. Right side feed to Aho. Aho goes against Keandre Miller. Back pass to the point to Orlov. Orlov works it ahead. Left circle. Puck loose. Wenberg with a check. Took down a player, and Wenberg's going to go. Yep. Another penalty on two players. I think 2 players. There's going to be...
Well, let's wait and see here. Wenberg went down hard on his stick. Broke the stick. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an embellishment.
On the play. Rangers 91, minor penalty holding. Carolina, unsportsmanlike conduct embellishment.
Yeah, that'll be Svechnikov once again. Boy, when he takes a penalty, he takes them to hurt his club, right? I mean, in back-to-back games, he's taken penalties into a power play. This one, same thing, as he grabs onto Wenberg and
5:18 gone by here. That's the time of the coincidental minors. Wenberg for holding and the embellishment call on Svechnikov.
It was the right call. He looked like he was leaving the starting gate in a swimming meet. Swim meet.
So the teams will skate 4 aside. No score in the game. Go ahead, Dave.
Look at our monitor here. Rod Brindamore doesn't exactly agree with the call.
Face-off win by Aho in the Rangers zone. Shot by Burns. Save. Shesterkin played around the net by Zibanejad. Kreider sends it back to Adam Fox. Left side feed brought in by Gustafsson. Swings it around the boards in the Carolina zone. Kreider in the right corner for Zibanejad. Winds it behind the net. Canes take over. Aho with the puck to center. Left side feed for Slavin. Left circle with a shot. Save. Puck pops in the air. Bounces down behind the net. Fox tried to move it. Back pass is kept in by Brent Burns. Burns for Gensel. He's tied up by Fox. And the puck taken away and cleared out to Zibanejad. Left side into the Kane zone with a shot. Save. Kochetkov. Tough shot by Zibanejad. Kochetkov held the puck to his chest and didn't want to move.
Yeah, it was a good job by Mika Zibanejad. He uses Slavin as a screen, and Kochetkov, only his second shot off a stick of a New York Ranger, does make the save. So, you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality, but with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it!
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get 0% APR financing on a new 2024 Nissan Altima SR VC Turbo. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. For well-qualified buyers, subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval. See dealer for financing details. Ends June 3rd, 2024.
Time now for Rangers Game Time, brought to you by Infinity. The Rangers are the 30th team to start a single postseason with at least 6 straight wins in Stanley Cup playoff history. That was Rangers Game Time, brought to you by Infinity. Experience the Infinity lineup at your local retailer today.
A good start here from the Rangers, despite the fact you're taking too many men in the ice penalty, right? And that just, those penalties also eliminate Lafreniere, they eliminate Panarin, they eliminate those skill guys who aren't penalty killers out of the lineup. The other thing with Hedl, too, you got to believe he's going to get more than 4 minutes of ice time, which is what Rempe got in Game 2.
Face-off win by Trocheck in the offensive zone. Long shot deflected wide. Picked up by Trocheck behind the Carolina net. Left side feed of Panarin. Skates up toward the blue line. Drop to Fox. Now to Trocheck. Right side of Panarin. Top of the blue line. Dropped it off to Fox. Fox pressured. Try to work it ahead. Fox has it back. Skates left. Feeds Panarin. Into the middle for Gustafsson. Left side to Fox. He's hit from behind by Stahl and forced out of the zone. Rangers, Gustafsson at the Carolina line. Fed back to the red line to Fox. Now to Gustafsson. Circles in center. Plays it off the boards. Back to Fox. Into the middle of Panarin. Skates up the middle to the red line. Angles left at the Carolina line. Got tripped up on the play. No call. Puck comes back into the Rangers zone. Keandre Miller with it. Team skating for a side for another 20 seconds. Puck brought in by Philip Hedl. Down the right side into the circle. It's poked away by Orlov. And the Canes take possession. Natchez in his own zone. Carries to center. Weaves his way to the red line. Circles back. Holds as both teams are about to get back to full strength. Dropped it off to Chatfield. Chatfield back at his own end. Left side of Orlov. Team's back at full strength on the ice. Svechnikov with a touch pass to Aho, who played it deep into the Rangers zone. Svechnikov with a hit. The puck moved up to the near board. Stopped by Orlov. Pass taken away by Philip Hedl. Right side feed to Kakko. In the Carolina zone. Around the boards it goes. Chatfield for Carolina. Pressured by Wenberg. Deep in the Carolina zone. Wenberg, left corner, played it up the boards. Taken away by Natchez. Then sent back in. Rangers were in the zone. Offside is whistled.
Yeah, Ryan Lindgren was heading back out, right, to protect the neutral zone. Puck became available. He's just a tad late keeping it in, so that'll be a neutral zone face. Just to follow up on the Hedl thing, you like to go as deep as you can with the number of bodies the longer the game goes, and it's just where the two guys are at their career. You know that Hedl's going to get more minutes over the course of the game.
Kuznetsov won the face-off. Carolina to center. Slavin carries into the Rangers zone. Long shot wide off the end boards. Around the boards, kept in by Stefan Nason. Kuznetsov tied up behind the Ranger net. Puck moved up by the Rangers near side. Kept in by Carolina. Shesterkin out to play behind his net. Up the left side glass. Knocked down by Nason. He battles for it there. Kotkaniemi's there. A long shot by Burns was blocked. Picked up by Trouba. Circles his net. Winds it around for Vesey. Taken away by Slavin. Right side of Nason. Into the middle. It's broken up. Good defensive play by Jacob Trouba. And the Rangers clear to center. Send into the Carolina zone. Burns takes over. 11 and a half minutes to go first period.
Nice patience. Nice patience by the Rangers in the defensive zone, Sam.
Yep. Both teams changing. Slavin has it in his own end. Comes up slowly. Rangers set up a 1-3-1 in center. Pass ahead to Stahl into the right circle with a shot. Saved by Shesterkin and no rebound. 11-11 to go. That's Messier time. I just want you to know in the first period.
Yeah, I hope that's an omen and a good omen at that, right? Another thing Shesterkin has done wonderfully well, which is indicative of his positioning, is no rebounds.
Yeah.
Right? He's done a good job of having that puck stick to him.
Stahl and Zibanejad for the face-off, won by Stahl. The long shot by Chatfield went wide around the boards. Orlov steps up to play it. Top of the left circle. Winds it down the boards to Jarvis in the left corner. He's checked by Schneider. Jarvis moves it around right side as Stahl. Stahl along the right wing boards. Feed Chatfield for a shot. Save. Good save, Shesterkin. Here's Stahl, left circle. Skates to the goal line and shoots. Save by Shesterkin. And he holds it.
Well,
8 shots for Carolina.
Right. Well, that's why the guy's back there. If you're going to have a guy back there, Shesterkin is certainly one that you can count on. But again, they're fairly pedestrian shots. He's allowed to see them also, so he doesn't have to fight for positioning. We see him here just move slightly to the right as the angle that Stahl took to get the puck to the net. Face off to the right, and Igor Shesterkin. 10:48 left, opening period.
Trocheck wins it back. Lindgren moves it around the boards. Played up by Panarin. Near side, kept in by the Canes. Wenberg is on. He takes a hit along the boards for Svechnikov, who feeds Gensel. Back pass, and a good job by Lindgren on Svechnikov in front. Rangers to center. Trocheck into the Carolina zone. The drop to Lafreniere for a shot. Save. Kochetkov. He dropped the puck. Rangers around him, and pushing and shoving ensues. Everybody in. One Ranger hanging back. That's Adam Fox, but Lindgren had gone forward, and he was battling at the side of the net.
Yeah.
Gloves down on the ice, helmet down on the ice.
Well, no surprise who keeps yapping out there is a guy who played in Broadway for a while, and that's D'Angelo, yapping away at Lindgren. In the meantime, both teams are certainly aware of how important their goaltender is. And the Rangers come in here, shot on Kochetkov.
They separated slowly. The face-off will come out of the zone because 4 of the Rangers had gone past the top of the circle.
Well, it shouldn't be that way because Lindgren was. They were already in the offensive zone. Lindgren was supporting the rush in the offensive zone.
And the Rangers are questioning that. They're talking to the referee right now about where the face-off is. And you're right, Dave. It looks like they're bringing it back in to the Carolina zone for a face-off to the right of Kochetkov.
And Chris Lee makes that decision. So again, when Lindgren was already in there, and that's the importance you had pointed out of Fox had kind of lingered back out high. We should have known the Harvard guy would figure it all out. Right?
10:22 to go, first period, no score. Carolina 9 shots on goal, Rangers 3. Trocheck on the face-off, wins it back, false start. They'll do it again.
Yeah,
Trocheck and Aho on the face-off.
Yeah, it looked like Aho just didn't have the time to get himself set. So they'll reset.
Trocheck, Panarin, and Lafreniere on with Gustafsson and Trouba. Aho plays it back to Brent Burns. He took a hit from Lafreniere, moved it up. Puck cleared out to center. Gensel there in front of the Ranger bench. Plays it cross-ice into the Ranger zone. Gustafsson takes a hit, swings it around the boards.
When the hit
puck
got
was
into the official.
It hit the referee.
Official.
Nobody knew it.
Right.
Trouba had to go back and get it, and he got hit by Svechnikov again. Rangers get it out to center, stopped by Slavin. Plays it high up in the air over the goal, back off the end boards. Canes are there to play it. Back pass Orlov, right circle shot. They score! There was a deflection in front on the shot by Dmitry Orlov.
Yeah, I think it might be Gensel, right? I think it is Gensel. He's up high in that slot area. And this whole sequence was started by where's the puck? Nobody could find the puck. The puck stayed in the Ranger end of the ice. Orlov does a nice job here from the right point. He recognizes the numbers in front. So Carolina goes to work. They're going to get the puck into the offensive zone. The puck goes up, and once again, it was 2 times where the puck went up, and it took a while for people to find it. Svechnikov out-muscles Gustafsson, and then right in the slot, that's a hell of a deflection. That's a hell of a deflection by the guy they picked up at the trade line to provide some offense. He's done just that. He had 2 goals in game 2.
10-14, the time of the goal by Jake Gensel, giving Carolina the 1-0 lead. Puck in the Carolina zone. D'Angelo moves it up to Drury. Try to clear. Stopped by Lindgren. Winds it around the boards. And Brady Shea for Carolina moves it up and out to center. Wenberg has it back, drops it back to Fox. Left side of the blue line to Lindgren. Right side for Fox off his stick. Taken by Martinook, able to get it to Natchez for a shot. Stick saved by Shesterkin. Up the near boards, kept in by Martinook. Or rather by Drury. Long shot went wide of the net. Round the boards. Brady Shea steps up. That was blocked. One of the Rangers taken down again. No call on the play. Puck around the boards in the Ranger zone. Martinook is there. Right now the puck belongs to Carolina. Wenberg takes it away, able to move it up. Cleared out by Filipino. He took a hit. Played ahead by Chatfield to Orlov to Natchez. In front, save made by Shesterkin.
Rangers got caught in a change.
Carolina playing everything to the net. They have 11 shots on goal. Rangers come in with a shot by Cooley that's stopped by Kochetkov, and then they've got another battle going on. 6 players are there.
Well, what happens here, let's watch in the replay. Watch what Orlov does. Orlov comes in late and absolutely belts, I think, Cooley in front with a left. Now Cooley's wrestling.
Cooley and Kuznetsov are involved.
Right.
Goodrow was the man who got knocked down as he went to the net.
And Jimmy Vesey just sucker punched Netscash.
And now everything's breaking out.
Yeah.
This is like that game Boston and Florida last night.
Right.
Sticks down on the ice, gloves down on the ice.
I think Jimmy Vesey must have been the guy that got sucker punched in front, because he absolutely laced Netscash.
Vesey's being escorted to the Rangers penalty box.
Yeah,
players paired off. Goodrow's in front of the bench. Is that with Natchez?
I'm telling you, Natchez and Orlov. Natchez and Orlov, to me. And I'm not, listen, the Rangers got involved with going to the net. But Natchez and Orlov, through it all, Orlov has a hold of Vesey early in the sequence. Now Vesey and Kotkaniemi get after one another.
And Goodrow and Natchez had to be separated. Goodrow was in front of the Carolina bench, and they were going after him. Well, with 8:35 remaining in the first period, and Carolina leading 1-0.
I think the Rangers are at least going to be one man down. They may be a couple men down in this thing.
Well, 2 men are in the penalty. Vesey and Goodrow were escorted off. The officials are huddling up, all 4 of them, discussing who's getting what. And once again, one of the linesmen just broke cross ice because D'Angelo it was yapping face-to-face with one of the Rangers.
Looks like Wenberg, I think. We are, I think, at our broadcast position here. It's a little difficult.
$11:25.
I think they're going to
will be the time of all these penalties.
I wonder what they're on the headsets about. Probably about just getting a track of who did what. Jimmy Vesey, after looked like things were marginally settled down, he absolutely smacked Netscash to the right of the net. And I think Orlov was the guy that came in the most aggressively on the whistle. So we're going to take a break, and by the time we come back, we hope that things are straightened out. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for
Hey Insiders, thanks for joining us again for more Stanley Cup playoffs action. What a night we had last night in the Vancouver game, and thank you to everybody who reached out via the emails, the text messages, the DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for reaching out. You guys said you wanted these games, so here we are. Then I put the poll up and it was 95% to 5%. So here we are. I'm going to do as many games as I can right here on TSI going through these playoffs, and we're going to cheer on the Canadian teams and whoever else that we're going for the night of. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button, and as well, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, and let's help us get over 18,000 as we come in tonight with the two matchups between the Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Avs and Stars. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you guys in the chat.
Conduct. Orlov, 2 minutes for roughing Kotkaniemi, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct. After that whole melee and guys squaring off and punches being thrown, there were two minors.
Yeah, two minors. And again, the officials probably do as good a job of evening things up, as they could have, given the different situations of mayhem that evolved. So there's one look. It was Orlov that came in and belted. It must have been Goudreau in front of the net. Well, he comes in and then he gets tied up with Vesey. Yeah, it's Orlov comes in originally, and now they're kind of it's Kuznetsov and Cooley are wrestling with one another. Now we're going to pay attention. No, they're not going to go that far. And then Jimmy Vesey circled around and absolutely, it was like one of those Papa Candy things, boink, right in the head. Anyway.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. Well, they'll be skating 5-on-5.
Yeah, through the thick and thin.
Now, the Rangers are down 1-0 as we get back to the nuts and bolts of the game with 8:35 to go. Carolina's had 12 shots on goal, as they like to do. Right. Throw everything at the net. Yeah. Rangers have had only 4.
And to be expected. You knew they were going to come out hard. You knew the building was going to be alive. And really, just a funny sequence prior to the goal of where the puck went. And nobody could really find it. And again, consequently, there weren't a lot of people around the puck. Not a lot of people in front, and really a brilliant deflection by Gensel, and Carolina has a 1-0 lead.
Faceoff will be just outside the Carolina zone. Rangers have Zibanejad, Kreider, and Roslovic on with Fox and Lundgren. Faceoff win by Stahl back in the Carolina zone. Chipped ahead by Shea to the Ranger zone. It's picked up by Jarvis, shot partially blocked by Lundgren, carried in deep and centered by Chatfield, goes all the way through and picked up by Roslovic. Skates behind his own net, feeds Fox. Fox skates behind the Ranger goal. Up the right side, Zibanejad. Up off the boards, deep into the Carolina zone. Roslovic chases it down, checked by Stahl. Puck taken away and cleared out by Teravainen. Lindgren in center, right side of Fox. Up ahead for Roslovic, too far. Played around by Chatfield, far side. Canes with the puck. Jacob Slavin holding. Canes finish a line change. 7:45 to go, first period. 1-0, Carolina leading it. Played from center on goal. Played on a hop by Shesterkin, and he holds it with 7:41 to go in this first period.
The thing is, over the course of a game, right, Sam, you're going to the ebbs and flows, right? So when it goes against you, where do you stand? How long do you last? A little bit of the edge is taken out of the Carolina's attack here as this period has gone along, and you're down 1.
Slow them down a little bit.
Just as slow, again, that's an impossible pace to play for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin.
Drury for Carolina is chased. Martinuk comes in to take the face-off against Trocheck. Trocheck wins it back. Played by Schneider, lifts it out to center. It hit Wenberg. It's picked up by Slavin. and backhands it around the boards deep into the Rangers zone. Played by Schneider, took a hit. Wenberg chips it out to center, picked up by Capo Kakko into the Carolina zone. Back for it, Brent Burns. Kakko digging for it, poked loose by Wenberg. Wenberg skates left circle. Filipino is on. The puck is cleared out to center, recovered by Wenberg. In the Ranger zone, feed to Schneider, back skates to his own goal line, out to center, off the stick of Kakko, played ahead by Drury, but gave it away. Keandre Miller has it, forced back, taken away by Natchez, breaks in, around the Ranger net, wraparound, missed, goes to the near boards, played by Gensel, Gensel in deep, against Keandre Miller, drops it off for Natchez left corner, feed back in the middle.
The high stick here.
State.
It's going to be a penalty
save was
here.
made, a penalty on
Gensel.
Okay.
He clips Keandre Miller with a stick in the slot area, so the Rangers are going to go on a power play here.
Their first power play of the game for the Rangers comes at 13-14 of the first period. Rangers officially were 2 for 7 in game 2 on the power play, but 2 of those were 20-second power plays when they came about after Carolina had taken penalties on their power play. So I think they were more like 2 for 5 in that game.
5, right.
But in the playoffs, Rangers at 40%. Face off to the left of Kochetkov, loose in the circle. Trocheck finds it, plays it in the left corner. Zibanejad winds it behind the net. It's stopped there by Shea. Up the boards, blocked by Zibanejad. Lifts it ahead. Off the glass, bounces behind the net. Move to the near side. Trocheck up the boards to Kreider. Left side feed to Zibanejad. Up ahead Panarin to Kreider to Trocheck. And he shot it wide. Around the boards, kept in by Zibanejad. Moved ahead by Panarin. Kreider in the left corner. Behind the net to Trocheck. Up the left side of Panarin. Center of the blue line, Zibanejad. Moves down, feeds Panarin, left circle. Panarin looks, shoots wide, rebound, chipped in front, shot off the side of the net by Trocheck. Trocheck winds it deep for Kreider. Kreider tied up by Chatfield. Around the boards to Panarin, back pass Zibanejad. High in the slot, he shoots, tipped wide. Fox, back pass. Panarin into the middle of Trocheck. Trying to get it back to Panarin. Clearing attempt by Shea was stopped. Here's Fox right side. Left side Panarin and shot wide. Around the boards and out of the zone. Oh, they moved the puck well.
Really?
Didn't get the shots on net.
Yeah, but tremendous job to keep the play alive in the offensive zone by the Rangers.
40 seconds to go. Rangers power play. 5:25 to go first period. Carolina leading 1-0. Lafreniere in the offensive zone. Stopped by Natchez. Cleared it out. Picked up by Aho. In the Ranger zone. Left side of Slavin. Long shot. Knocked away with a blocker by Shesterkin. Trouba moves it ahead. Rangers to center. It's sent in. Down the right side. Roslovic. Right corner. Winds it around the boards. Gustafsson left point. Holds. Looks. Feeds Trouba. Right point. Trouba works to Roslovic. Back to Trouba. Left side. Gustafsson winds up with a shot wide. The rebound. Roslovic. Roslovic left circle. Centers. Gustafsson shot blocked. Wenberg to Lafreniere for a shot. Saved by Kochetkov.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a good-looking Ranger power play, though. And the second unit creates a couple of opportunities here late after the Rangers do a wonderful job. Really aggressive penalty kill, right? Carolina, I think they just have turned it up a notch once again on their penalty kills. So we're going to take another break in the action here. The Rangers do trail Carolina by a 1-0 count. 4:44 left in the opening period. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more Jew. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more Jew. Hey!
Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Lease a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 2.5S, select all-wheel drive, just $239 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN R0408749. MSRP $31,245. Ends 5/31/24.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with the new Peerless Boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait, act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off to the left of Kochetkov, making his first appearance in the postseason for the Carolina Hurricanes here. He's leading 1-0.
Team's back at full strength. Everybody out of the penalty boxes. And the puck sent into the Ranger zone. Back for it. Gustafsson under pressure. Skates up the right side. Lost control. Taken away by Nason, who shot it wide. Rebound far side. Wenberg after it. Natchez has it for Carolina. Back pass to D'Angelo. His shot blocked by Kakko. And out to center. Hedl kicked it cross ice and played back in the Carolina zone. D'Angelo left side to Brady Shea. Skates to the red line, sends it around the boards. Stopped by Cooley. Played it actually back to his own goaltender. Rangers able to clear to center, where it's picked up there by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov circling in his own zone. Just under 4 minutes to go. First period. Carolina leading 1-0. Orlov to center. Gave it up. Taken away by Vesey. His pass tipped across and taken back by Carolina. In their own zone, it's skated to center. Brought up by Svechnikov into the Rangers zone. He shoots. Save with the right pad by Shesterkin. Puck around the boards. Fans roars. Svechnikov had a hard hit
on Goudreau.
Puck kept in around the net. Fired on goal. Shesterkin makes a save, and the puck deflects up into the net again. First period, with Carolina leading 1-0.
Yeah, Goudreau having words with Svechnikov. Svechnikov's just skating away. He lowered the boom on Barclay Goudreau. Created the whole rush going into the offensive zone with speed and strength. Svechnikov has basically been not much of a factor. I mean, he was a big body on Carolina's second goal in Game 2. But beyond that, he's taken a couple of penalties that have hurt an offensive opportunity for the Hurricanes. But in the meantime, face off to the left here of Igor Shesterkin. 3:25 left, opening period, Sam.
Jordan Stahl and Alex Wenberg, and Wenberg out. Zibanejad in for the face-off. Standoff in the circle. Rangers able to get to the puck. Keandre Miller backhands it off the glass out to center. Fired back in by Slavin. Around the boards, Schneider takes it for the Rangers, chips it off the boards, blocked and knocked down, kept in by Jarvis. Hand pass whistled against Carolina, and they'll bring the face-off out to center.
Yeah, that'll come into the neutral zone. And again, Carolina really hard on the forecheck. Schneider goes over, he tries to put the puck back up the boards, and that is something we talked about in Game 1, Sam, was how aggressive Carolina is along the boards in the offensive zone.
False start on the face-off. Zibanejad installed just outside the Rangers zone. Rangers with only 6 shots on goal. Their best moments were the power play that they had. 5-on-5, not much happening offensively.
Right. Well, that has been a bit of an Achilles heel for the Rangers. 5-on-5 all season long.
Puck shot in by Carolina into the Rangers zone. Jarvis centers, but it's picked up by Roslovic. Up the left side, cuts to the middle in center. Right side, feed to Schneider. Winds it around the boards to the far side. Kreider after it against Brent Burns. Kreider winds it around near side to Roslovic. He goes into the right corner. He's tied up there. He's battling for the puck with Jordan Stahl. Kreider back pass to Keandre Miller. A shot saved by Kochetkov. Rebounded to the left corner. Played up the boards by Zibanejad to DeAndre Miller trying to get it back in front, but the pass was smothered by Slavin. Here's Schneider high in the slot with a shot deflected wide. Rebound around the boards. Good pressure here by the Rangers. Stahl able to take it away and clear it out to center. Puck comes cross ice at the blue line, fired back in by Schneider. Around the boards, picked up there by Brady Shea. Shea winds it behind his net to Slavin. Little over 2 minutes to go. First period, 1-0 Carolina leading it. Shea out to center for Aho, deflected it into the Rangers zone. Rangers get to it, clearing attempt, stopped by Brady Shea, puts it on goal, a save. The rebound was missed by Gensel. Gensel along the left wing board, centers, and it's broken up by Lafreniere, picked up by Trocheck. In the Kane zone left side. Cross ice speed a little too far for Panarin. Taken out by Svechnikov. In the middle, Gensel. Right side pass is broken up. Rangers looking for it. Almost taken back by Gensel. D'Angelo in with a hit. Svechnikov plays it toward the net, deflected by Trocheck. Good heads-up play by Trocheck. Puck deep in the Rangers zone. Svechnikov with a hit on Trocheck. Rangers move the puck up the boards. Lafreniere was tied up. Play back behind his own net to Ryan Lindgren. Rather to Gustafson, who holds. He's back there with Trouba. Gustafson holding. Looking. Plays it off the far wing boards out to center. Broken up there by the Canes. Have it in their own zone. Nature's back to Orlov. Lifts it way up in the air. Bounces down in center.
Hit the clock, I think.
Oh, man. That's how high he sent it up.
Yeah.
53.7 seconds remaining here in the first period with Carolina leading 1-0.
Yeah. Again, this puck was originated in the Carolina end of the ice. I think there's a bit of a discussion as to where this face-off should be.
The officials get together. Quick discussion.
Chris Lee heads over to say something to Peter Laviolette. I guess it's to explain why the face-off is where it is.
Face-off won by Carolina. They control Orlov in his own zone. Holding. Pressure there by Kakko. Moves it up to Kotkaniemi. Right side feed to Chatfield. Back for Orlov into the Rangers' zone right side. Puts it in front. Intercepted by Fox. Clears to center. Canes have it there. Drury right side to Chatfield. He gave it away to Wenberg. Wenberg left side feed to Kakko. Left circle. Fires on goal. Save Kochetkov. The rebound Kotkaniemi for Carolina. Lifts it out to center. Nature's tried to play it. It's taken by Wenberg. Dropped it back to Lindgren. Ryan Lindgren holding deep in his own zone. 10 seconds to go in the first period. Zibanejad ahead of Roslovic in center. Into the Carolina zone is Zibanejad. He fanned on the shot as he was checked by Slavin. Puck loose behind the Carolina net. Kreider is there, but the period comes to an end.
Well, again, which is not unusual. As I mentioned before, this Carolina team is an analytics world, the beauty queen. Because they fundamentally, 17 faceoffs, they won 12. You know, they outshoot the Rangers 17-8. So a lot of things fundamentally that Carolina did well and were a really good team in that first period. And yet the Rangers are within one.
It's a one-goal game, right. And they're staying with them. And we know one thing about the Rangers. The ability to come back is second to none.
Right. They've proven that all year long. It's just a matter of, okay, let's hit it right. I'd like to see just a little better execution exiting the defensive zone. And it's that first pass, and it's that ability to make that play from the hash marks top of the circle and out. Because that's where Carolina starts to create the havoc. So a little better executing the defensive zone, I think, might help the cause here.
End of one period in Game 3. Carolina Hurricanes 1, the Rangers nothing. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
The
Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolòn Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style. Always drink responsibly.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn.
Hey Insiders, thanks for joining us again for more Stanley Cup playoffs action. What a night we had last night in the Vancouver game, and thank you to everybody who reached out via the emails, the text messages, the DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for reaching out. You guys said you wanted these games, so here we are. Then I put the poll up, and it was 95% to 5%. So here we are. I'm going to do as many games as I can right here on TSI going through these playoffs, and we're going to cheer on the Canadian teams and whoever else that we're going for the night of. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button, and as well, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, and let's help us get over 18,000 as we come in tonight with the two matchups between the Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Avs and Stars. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you guys in the chat.
From Orlov that was deflected in the slot by Gensel, who picks up his fourth goal of the postseason from Orlov and Svechnikov at 10:14, the only goal in the first period. A lot of penalties in the first period, a lot of rough stuff in this one. You take a look at the penalties. First off, early in the game, Rangers had to kill one as they got caught for 2 minutes on the ice at the 2-minute mark. Rangers were able to kill that off. Now 11 for 11 on the kill. Wenberg for holding, and that came at 5:18. That was erased because on that play, Svechnikov got called for embellishment, so we ended up playing 4-on-4. And then we saw the physicality in that period when there was a save by Kolchenkov with Cooley at the doorstep. Apparently the Hurricanes took exception to Cooley getting too close to the goaltender, and then you started to see some bodies fly. Jimmy Vesey was knocked down by Orlov. Then Vesey went right back and sucker punched Natchez. Got really physical, but no loss of manpower as each team lost two players. It was Vesey for roughing at 11:25, Gaudreau for unsportsmanlike conduct at 11:25, and then for Carolina it was Kotkaniemi for unsportsmanlike conduct and Orlov for roughing, both at 11:25. Rangers got a power play opportunity later on that period. Gensel took a high stick on Keandre Miller at 13:14. Rangers spent a lot of time in the zone, a lot of quality opportunities, but just could not crack the code and get the power play goal that finished off Game 2, if you remember. So the Rangers 0 for 1 on the power play, as is Carolina. And the game is 1-0. Hurricanes with a lead. Hurricanes ended up out shooting the Rangers in the first 20 minutes, 17-7. This Rangers top shelf performance brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. And let's give it to Jimmy Vesey for standing up for himself. Knocked down by Orlov, got into it with him, ended up hitting Natchez, because you wonder what kind of liberties Carolina might want to take here with Rempe out of the lineup. In case you missed this in the pregame and didn't catch all of the first period, Philip Hedl back in the lineup, playing in a game for the first time since November 2nd. And that came at the expense of Matt Rempe. Rempe playing a little over 4 minutes in Game 2, despite the fact that the game went deep into a double overtime game. So that was the opportunity for Hedl to get back into the lineup. Cooley playing on the fourth line with Vesey and Gaudreau, and Hedl getting a chance to play on that second rotation, playing with Wenberg and Kakko. So you wonder, with Rempe not in the game, would Carolina take some liberties? But clearly, if they did try, the Rangers did a great job standing up for themselves, including Jimmy Vesey, and that's the Rangers' top shelf performance. Brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka on game day. Pour me in, Coach. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly. Lots coming up here on the Intermission Report. When we come back, we will take a look at what's happening in Dallas later on tonight. Stars playing host to the Avalanche. Colorado leads that series 1-0. Go deeper into the numbers as well. And then we'll drop the puck for the second period in Raleigh, where the Rangers trail the Hurricanes 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York on the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get 0% APR financing on a new 2024 Nissan Altima SR VC Turbo. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. For well-qualified buyers, subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval. See dealer for financing details. Ends June 3rd, 2024.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Last call! Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call! And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Stick with MSG through round 2 and pre- and post-game coverage. For every game the Rangers play, watch MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with eligible TV subscription. Don LaGreca back here in our studios in New York City, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. After one period of play, the Hurricanes, on a Jake Gensel deflection goal, his 4th of the postseason, have taken a 1-0 lead on the Rangers. Rangers lead the best-of-7 series 1-0. One other game coming up tonight in the National Hockey League. That'll be at 9:30. Dallas playing host to Colorado. Avalanche lead that series 1-0. Dallas scored 3 unanswered goals in the first period of Game 1 back on Tuesday, only to see Colorado come back with 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and then won the game in overtime on a Miles Wood goal. So the Avalanche coming back from 3-0 down to draw first blood and take a 1-0 series lead with Game 2 in Dallas again tonight. Tomorrow, Florida will be in Boston. That series even at a game apiece. 2 blowout wins for each team. Boston winning game 1 5-1. Panthers coming back and winning last night 6-1. And then 10 o'clock tomorrow night, Edmonton and Vancouver, their game 2. Vancouver leads that series 1-0. And that courtesy of a come-from-behind victory last night where Edmonton was up 4-1 in the third, saw Vancouver come back with 3 in the third to win that game 5-4. So you're seeing a theme, a lot of comebacks, no lead safe. Rangers came back from 2-1 down in the first, 3-2 down in the second, back on Tuesday to win. You saw Colorado come back from 3 goals down, Vancouver coming back from 3 goals down. No lead is safe. So Rangers, best come-from-behind victory team all year long, trailing 1-0 after 1. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers Hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
Take a look at the numbers through one period of play. Again, Carolina doing a great job at the faceoff dot as they have won 67% of the faceoffs. Rangers getting outshot 17-7. The best producer for Carolina. Matter of fact, they have several players with 2 shots on goal. Jacob Slavin with 2. Andrei Svechnikov with 2. Also Jordan Staal with 2 shots on goal. Jaden Chatfield has 2 shots on goal as well. Let's take a look at Filipino playing his first game since February 2nd. He had 7 shifts, 5 minutes and 10 seconds of ice time, and did have a hit in that first period. So Filipino playing in his first game of the playoffs, and his first game, as I mentioned, since November 4th, getting in action here in that first period, playing on that third rotation with Wenberg and Kakko, knocking Cooley down to the 4th rotation, getting a chance to play with Barclay Goudreau and Jimmy Vesey. This is what's on tap of the second period. It's brought to you by New Heineken Silver. You heard Dave Maloney talking about trying to get more rubber at Kochenkov, getting a chance to play in his first game for Carolina since back on April 11th. But the Rangers getting only 7 shots on goal, need to play better, even strength as well. A lot of penalties in this one. Not a lot of loss of manpower. Each team only had the 1 power play opportunity, but the Rangers could play a little bit better. Even strength, certainly. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And we'll also see what the Rangers can do trying to get more rubber at the Carolina net. That's what's on tap, brought to you by the new Heineken Silver. World-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and 95 calories. Heineken has all the taste with no bitter endings. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. So no loss of manpower to start the second period. We've seen pretty much everything so far in this game, but the Rangers scoring a goal. So we'll see how that can change as Carolina has the 1-0 lead. This has been the first intermission report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. I'll talk to you again after the second intermission. But coming up after these messages, Sam Rosen and Dave Maloney with a call to period number 2 down in Raleigh, where the Hurricanes have a 1-0 lead on the Rangers after 1. Rangers lead the best-of-7 series 1-0. You're listening to Rangers Hockey, or 2-0. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealers New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
To win the cup, everything needs to line up perfectly. No different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K treatment.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infinity QX60 crossover at infinityusa.com.
The second period puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Teams have just come back on the ice. Igor Shesterkin in goal to our right. Pyotr Kochetkov in goal to our left. What do you look for here in the second, Dave?
Well, we'll get a better look at the Rangers in their own end. And as we talked about going out of the first period, Sam, I just think the Rangers need to be a little bit better with execution in their defensive zone. I'm like it too. You know, in basketball, when you get the ball off the boards, you make that good pass, and that fast break goes up the court, right? I don't think it's any difference here. Now, you're doing it under a little more duress. And, again, those small battles, you know, from the hash marks to the blue line, you get there efficiently, then you're out. So that relieves the pressure, because Carolina thrives on chaos, thrives on creating chaos, and they're good at it. So you want to minimize that time of chaotic activity and get up ice.
Now, I don't know how, and Don gave the numbers before, I don't know how accurate they are, but the Hurricanes were credited with 16 hits. The Rangers were credited with 3.
Yeah,
I don't think it was that lopsided a physical game to the Carolina side.
Yeah, it wasn't far off. Yeah, I thought originally they had it 17-3. So, no, I thought they were, you know, Svechnikov had 5 hits.
Yeah.
And
those were legit.
Yeah.
All right. Rangers start the period. Zibanejad, Roslovic, and Kreider, Keandre Miller, and Braden Schneider. Rangers clear it down the ice into the Carolina zone. Played away by Kochetkov and batted out to center. Into the Rangers zone, back forward. Zibanejad gave it away to Stahl. Stahl with a shot, big save, put out in front. Shesterkin had slid out of his crease and was out of position. Rangers able to clear it out.
Well, again,
a dangerous moment.
Well, a dangerous moment because Zibanejad gets caught in an awkward position with the puck, and there are 2 Carolina Hurricane right on top of him. This is early in the period. It's a pinch in the middle of the ice by Keandre Miller, and then Shesterkin gets way out because it's such a spontaneous play, right? He comes across and blocks it with his blocker and continues to slide.
Oh, man.
But that's the thing. You have to be ready to compete one-on-one with the Carolina Hurricane team.
Rangers were whistled for icing. The face-off deep in the own zone, won by Trocheck, cleared out. First period, big edge in face-offs to Carolina. Trocheck winning the face-off in his own zone. Deep in his own end, Lindgren winds it around the boards. It's blocked there by Kuznetsov in the left corner. He gets help from Kotkaniemi. Skates up the right wing boards to the blue line. Plays it toward the front. Turnaround shot, save! Shesterkin on the shot by Nason, who was battling in front and had a good chance. And a big save made by Shesterkin.
Once again, it all started with the original battle, right? Ryan Lindgren has the puck, and he can't quite control it. In that moment, then Carolina attacks. It's like the blood in the water, right? And they go. So you've got to get to the puck in a hurry. You've got to get there with an idea what you're going to do when you get it.
Off the face-off of the Rangers zone, Trouba has it up the left side for Wenberg. To the red line and into the Carolina zone. He was taken down by Martin, a penalty upcoming in Carolina. Delayed penalty. Carolina touches up. And 1:07 into the second period, Rangers get a power play.
I thought Wenberg was about as good a Ranger in that first period as any. And again, he does a good job of lugging the puck out of the defensive zone, right? And now Martinook, this is not a good penalty for a forward to take when the offense has half the sheet of ice to go and there's still bodies in front of them. A reach around by Martinook. The Rangers get on the second power play. A power play with good possession in the first period. You'd like to see a little more pucks to the net.
Face off to the left of Kochetkov. Stahl wins it from Trocheck. Played around the boards by Burns. Stopped by Zibanejad at the blue line. Plays it into the right corner. Taken by Chatfield. Works it up ahead for Stahl. He's stopped by Fox. Played in deep. Kreider's got it. Right corner. Up to the right point to Fox. Skates left along the line. Shot blocked. Oh, what a play by Jordan Stahl.
Yeah.
Blocked the shot and cleared it in one motion.
Adam Fox had Kreider wide open in front.
Fox carries, drops it back in his own zone to Zibanejad. Up the middle, into the Carolina zone, angles to the right. Off the boards, taken away, and fired hard around the boards by Brent Burns all the way down. Shesterkin out to stop it in the corner, leaves it for Fox. Out to center, off the skate of Trocheck. And the loose puck picked up by Panarin. Into the Carolina zone, backhands it deep. Kochetkov out behind the net to play it. Fires it up the boards, and it goes into the Rangers bench.
Yeah, I think it went off of Kreider's stick, actually. Kochetkov, pretty aggressive. Wasn't overly busy in the first period at all. I don't know that the Rangers had a grade A chance. But, again, the Rangers head up ice here, and Fox has the puck. Goes to throw it to Trocheck and throws it in his skates. You know, it's those little things, like a fast team is faster when the puck goes tape to tape.
Off the face-off.
There's a hook.
And a penalty called. Around the boards, this will be against the Rangers. That ends their power play with 57 seconds remaining on the
10 New York minor penalty hooking.
Carolina penalty. Panarin for hooking goes to the penalty box. And if there are no other penalties, Carolina will wind up with a 3-second power play.
It's off the face-off here, and Artemi Panarin just pulls the right arm of Jacob Slavin. And that, folks, is a classic hook right there.
2:10, the time of the penalty on Panarin. Teams will skate 4 aside for 57 seconds. Face-off is back in the Rangers zone. They are now 0 for 2 on the power play in the game. Rangers trail 1-0 early second period. Wenberg on the face-off. That's won by Teravainen, but out of the zone. D'Angelo back for it, takes it back deep in his own end. D'Angelo skates to the right side, drops it back. Loose puck in front, almost a careless giveaway. Natchez picks it up. Rangers pressing on the forecheck. Good job by Roslovic. Brady Shea to Natchez, who circles in his own zone. Skates up the right side to center. Into the Rangers zone. It's poked away by Keandre Miller, who takes it away. Skates around his own net and comes up to center. Good play by Miller. Then he lost the puck as he was checked from behind. D'Angelo takes it back. Left side feed. Brady Shea into the Rangers zone. Left circle. Winds it behind the Rangers net. Miller takes it. Gets it to Wenberg. Wenberg up the left side of Roslovic. Into the Carolina zone. Cuts to the middle. He shoots it. It's blocked. Roslovic has it back. Good sliding block at the right point. Trocheck left side of Lindgren. Back to Trocheck. Winds it around the boards in the Carolina zone. Hurricane 1. In center. It's taken back by Teravainen into his own zone. They get their power play unit on. He drops it back. Kane's in their own zone. Brady Shea carries to center. Up ahead, across the line. Aho, his pass taken away and cleared out. Here's a chance for a break. Goodrow moves in with a shot. Save Kochetkov. Dropped it off to Svechnikov. And back to Brady Shea. 20 seconds to go in the Carolina power play. Shea drops it to Aho. Skates up the middle. And in the Rangers zone. Right side of Jarvis. A stick save made by Shesterkin. Up to left point. Looking, Aho works it in to Jarvis. Back pass to the left point to Gensel. Jarvis in the left circle, checked by Trouba. Shot saved. Shesterkin on a good chance by Svechnikov. Power play is over. And the puck taken away by Trocheck. He leads Panarin on a breakaway. Panarin! Shot save made by Kochetkov.
I think it hit the side of the net, Sam. We're going to get a penalty here. It's going to be an interference, so the Rangers are going to go on the power play. as I think Panarin comes out of the penalty box, goes to his backhand. I think he hits. It may have glanced off for Kochetkov. Ultimately, hits the side of the net as Brady Shea eliminates. The Rangers got a golden opportunity here. Shea, boy, that's a bad pass. Now we watch. It goes in and off the side of the net is Panarin and the Rangers. Then what happens is Shea, I believe, follows through and eliminates Trocheck.
I'm thinking Kochetkov might have gotten his stick on that shot and then hit, but doesn't matter. It was a breakaway chance that did not capitalize.
Either way, it stayed on the wrong side of the goal line as far as the Rangers are concerned. There's an equipment issue with the Carolina goaltender.
He went to get his skates checked out by the equipment trainer. Kochetkov back in position. Another power play for the Rangers at 4:26. Brady Shea to the penalty box for interference. Rangers 0 for 2 on the power play in the game. Trailing 1-0. Face-off win by Trocheck. Right side out to Fox, center of the blue line. Skates right along the blue line. Now skates left. Feeds Panarin up top. Long shot deflected wide. Kreider's got the rebound. Checked by Chatfield. They battle in the right corner. Puck around to Zibanejad. Out to Fox, left point. Right point to Panarin. To Fox, back to Panarin. Long shot tipped wide. Played by Zibanejad. Back behind the net. Pass up the middle. Fox at the blue line. Skates right. He's checked there by Jarvis, who forces it out of the zone and clears it down the ice. Shesterkin with a long pass for Zibanejad off his stick. Take it back. Canes move in. Aho shoots, save. Shesterkin. Whoa. That almost changed complexion in a hurry. Shesterkin tried his long pass to Zibanejad. Rangers back in the offensive zone. Trocheck. Pass blocked. Deflects on goal. Grabbed with a glove by Kochetkov, and he holds it with 58 seconds to go in the Rangers power play.
Yeah, the Rangers come out with that second unit. Adam Fox just had a little difficulty with the puck at the blue line. Jarvis out-battled him, and that took the original pressure off of Carolina on the penalty kill, and Kochetkov just calmly stops the play. I'm not sure the Rangers have had a grade A chance here tonight so far.
Well, the only one would be that breakaway.
Yeah,
that would be it.
Right.
Yeah. 5:28 gone by here in the second period. Roslovic in to take the face-off to the left of Kochetkov. One back by Drury and cleared all the way down. Shesterkin stops it. Left side of his net. Leaves it for Gustafsson. Gustafsson and Trouba, two defensemen on this second power play unit. Roslovic to Lafreniere, left circle, on goal, a stick save by Kochetkov. And the Canes clear all the way back. Gustafsson back to get it. Go ahead.
I'll tell you, Roslovic has an uncanny knack to have the puck stick to his stick. He's really good with the puck.
Roslovic to Wenberg down the right side, checked by Slavin. Roslovic back pass, right point to Trouba, left point to Gustafsson, back to Trouba, holds, down low, gets it back. Trouba, left side of Gustafsson, winds up with a shot, right pad save made by Kochetkov. Out to Gustafsson, left point, winds it down the boards. Final seconds of the power play, and the Canes clear, and that's it. Rangers 0 for 3 on the power play in the game. It remains 1-0 Carolina. 6:35 gone by in the second period. Panarin to center. Fires wide of the net off the end boards. Carries into the crease and is covered by Kochetkov.
Well, that's at Filipino. That was a nice job through the middle of the ice by the Rangers of Artemi Panarin. He recognizes to the right. Heedle's in full flight. Hits it in. Heedle gets it on the goal.
And with 13:17 to go in the second period, Carolina leading 1-0. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Lease the all-new 2024 Mazda CX-90 PHEV Preferred for just $319 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 888-885-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN R1157453. MSRP $51,915. Ends 5/31/24.
Attention hockey fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private, state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from their highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. ThriveWell, saving lives drip by drip.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester. Virtual care that lets you connect with us digitally. World-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine, and Health Matters, an online source for the latest health and wellness topics and tips. Experience extraordinary healthcare when and where you need it. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. Restrictions apply.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait, act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off to the left of the Carolina netminder, who's faced only 13 Ranger shots, one breakaway off the stick of Artemi Panarin, and the goaltender Kochetkov stopped that. He was a 1-0 lead.
Wenberg on with Hedl and Capo. And if you joined us late, yes, Philip Hedl back in the lineup for the New York Rangers for the first time since early November. An offside whistled on the play. We are in the early stages, the first half portion of the second period, and the Rangers trailing 1-0 on a first period goal on a deflection by Jake Guentzel.
Jake Guentzel on a Wiley deflection up to the Rangers, and neither team could really find the puck, but the Rangers standpoint, who found it with the Hurricanes and ended up in the back of the Ranger net.
Face off just out. Wenberg wins it back to Miller, right side to Schneider. Schneider skates the center, pass ahead, tip, picked up by Hedl into the right circle, pass cross ice for Wenberg. He was checked on the play. Two players slide into the end boards. Hedl winds it deep to Wenberg behind the Carolina net. Wenberg into the right circle, dropped it off. Schneider in deep, round the net, turn, shoot, save. Kochetkov, he's got the puck.
Another good shift from the Wenberg line. Philip Hedl around the puck. Good job by Kakko being strong in the far boards, and what happens here is comes wheeling around from behind the net, tries to go all the way around. It's Braden Schneider, does a good job getting it upstairs, but Kochetkov at 6'3", 6'4", when he's down in that butterfly position, he's still covering an awful lot of the net. Good fundamental save by the Carolina netminder.
Shots are 22-14 now in favor of Carolina. Face off to the right of Kochetkov. Trocheck on with Lafreniere and Panarin. Trocheck trying to win it back. He did. Panarin centers, comes through to Fox at the right point. Plays it deep off the corner boards. Orlov fires it back up the boards. Canes come to center. Right side feed is brought in deep by Svechnikov. Turns. His pass goes behind Guentzel. He takes it off the boards. Carries behind the Ranger goal line. Loose puck in the circle. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers.
It's going to be on Fox, I think.
Fox questions the call. There's a little pushing and shoving. Trocheck was separated from Guentzel. And Fox goes to the penalty
New York
box.
23, minor penalty tripping.
Guentzel does a good job of keeping this puck alive on the boards. And what happens then is Adam Fox gets in. He's probably in the best position to defend with that stick down one hand. But the problem is Guentzel turns on him. And the stick kind of hooks him up with a can opener, if you will. And the face-off, we talk about this, this penalty kill has been terrific, but goodness gracious, this is the fourth.
You're You're tempting fate.
You are tempting fate in a one-goal game where you're not getting an awful lot of offensive chances.
That's the one thing you talked about it in the pregame and up top, Dave, about staying out of the penalty box, but they're still taking those penalties. Face off to the right of Shesterkin. One back to the left point. Long shot saved. Shesterkin rebound batted wide. Up the boards. And it's taken away by Svechnikov. He shoots high off the glass. Played behind the Ranger goal line. Out in front, Fandon on the shot attempt by Gensel. Kept in by Svechnikov. Gensel chips it ahead for Aho. He was bumped. Shot toward the net. Kick save made by Shesterkin on a shot by Svechnikov. And finally, the Rangers clear.
Living dangerously in that sequence.
Man.
Holy smokes.
Shesterkin, thank you very much. Back come the Canes down the right side. Puck taken away momentarily by Kreider. And it's chipped out by Zibanejad. He moves into the Carolina zone. Kreider goes to the net. He scores! Chris Kreider! A short-handed goal! Zibanejad and Kreider do it again!
Boy, I'll tell you, Chris Kreider is absolutely shot out of a cannon through the middle of the ice here, and he gets to the net. And Mika Zibanejad feathers. Now there's a collision. Carolina has a couple of guys get knocked out of commission in the Rangers' end of the ice. And off the Rangers go. And Chris Kreider, you talk about somebody away from the puck making something happen. And that's absolutely Chris Kreider. Yeah, Svechnikov and Aho bump into one another. Burns gets caught at the blue line. And what a pass by Zibanejad and a better finish by his good pal, Chris Kreider. We got a tie score here.
Rangers had two shorthanded goals. Right. They scored in the Washington series. And, of course, it was Zibanejad and Kreider involved in one of those. What a pair. It's a 1-1 game.
With
1 minute to go in the Carolina power play. Go ahead, Dave.
Big sequence right here.
In comes Natchez. Across the line. Rangers break it up and turn it. Feet ahead for Goodrow. Breaking to Lindgren, but a pass by Goodrow was blocked by D'Angelo. Puck deep in the Carolina zone. The Canes come up with a man advantage. Natchez up the middle into the Ranger zone. Angles left along the blue line. Holds up along the boards. Cross ice to D'Angelo. Down low off the skate. And here's a breakaway for Trocheck. He moves in. He fakes. And a save by
Kochetkov.
Kochetkov made the save. Oh, man. Down the right side, Natchez in on the right circle feeds D'Angelo. A shot that was partially blocked by Schneider and a save by Shesterkin. 10 seconds remaining on the Carolina power play.
Boy, two Ranger breakaways here in the second period, Sam.
Oh, Canes to center, lifted deep into the Ranger zone. Power play is over. Rangers penalty kill, 4 for 4 in the game. 14 for 14 in this series, and now add a shorthanded goal.
Wow.
And the game tied 1-1 with 10 minutes to go, second period. And the Canes move across the line with a Let's Go Canes chant up from their fans. Jordan Stahl, right corner. Pass behind the net. Stahl gets it back, right corner. Up the boards, but out of the zone as Slavin had vacated the right point. All the way back. Kochetkov out to play it around the boards. Taken away momentarily by Hedel, but cleared out. Picked up by the Canes who break in. Cross ice feed for Kuznetsov. He lost control, and Trouba able to move it to Lafreniere. Lifts it out to center for Hedel.
Hand pass.
And it's whistled down. It was touched with a high stick.
Right.
And 9:26 remaining in this second period. The Rangers have scored a shorthanded goal to tie it.
All right, we're going to take a break of the action here, folks. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. The Rangers' goal, Chris Kreider, his fourth of the playoffs from Mika Zibanejad, who has 9 assists in the playoffs at 8:30 of the second period. Time of the goal driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Face off in the neutral zone here, Sam. 9:26 left. All tied at 1.
Shots are even here in the second. 9 apiece,
right?
Wenberg out with Roslovic and Kakko. So no Filipino on this shift. Rangers move it ahead. Down the left side, Wenberg into the Carolina zone. He's checked there by Drury. Winds it around the back of the net to Kakko. He's checked by Orlov, who knocked him down. Puck up the boards and chipped out by Martinook. Nature's tried to play it ahead. He fell down. Puck loose at the Ranger line. A hit on Kakko. He got knocked down in front of the Carolina bench. There was an offside whistle. The players come together, and the officials step in right away. Nothing breaks out. Things settle down.
Oh, boy. Are we getting a penalty here? It looks like Ross. You know what? It was in the neutral zone. I think it's a hook.
Yeah, you're right.
It was in the neutral zone as Carolina was coming up ice. I was just thinking to myself, Roslovic does a good job of kind of getting involved, not taking a penalty, and gets the stick in the hands of Martinook along the far boards. So
here's another Carolina power play, number 5.
Here we go again. Well, the Rangers had one scoring opportunity. They scored. They had a second one. They got stopped. The last penalty kill. So
back at the left point, D'Angelo feeds the left side into the middle. First shot went wide by Svechnikov. Played back by Jarvis. Up the board, Svechnikov out to D'Angelo. High in the slot. He shoots it. Blocked by Goodrow. Rangers have Trouba, Lindgren, Goodrow, and Trocheck. Left point, Aho in the middle. Svechnikov save. Shesterkin, and it's cleared by Lindgren.
Just a really solid save, right? And then that kind of kick off the pads. He kicks it to Lindgren, and down it goes.
Minute 25 to go in the power play. Play deep into the Rangers zone. Keandre Miller gets there, fires it around the glass. Stopped by D'Angelo. Pass ahead to Aho. Skates up to the blue line. Feeds Svechnikov right side. Back to Aho, top of the right circle. Skates down to the goal line. Back pass into the circle. Gensel out to D'Angelo. Left side to Jarvis. Top of the left circle. Looking at Miller. Feed goes past one man. Picked up by Gensel. He's checked by Miller. Gets it to Jarvis. Left side. Now deep to Gensel. Behind the Ranger net. He's hit by Miller. Miller trying to move it. Does up the boards. And it's taken away by Kreider. Feeds Zibanejad. 2-on-1. Back to Kreider. Shot wide. Svechnikov may have gotten a piece. Kochetkov may have gotten a piece of it. Out in center, it's taken away by Zibanejad, and he clears it all the way down.
I think you're right. I think he did. I think he got a piece of that off the stick of Chris Kreider, Sam.
Another great chance, shorthanded for Kreider and Zibanejad. 22 seconds to go in the Carolina power play into the Rangers zone. Breaking left. The shot by Kotkaniemi was stopped. Up to the left point. Played ahead by Shea. Turning his Natchez, centers to Teravainen. Now in deep to Kuznetsov. Up the boards to Shea, right point. Left side, Tenacious. Off the boards to Teravainen. Power play is over. Kuznetsov shot blocked, and the Rangers clear it out to center. 6:55 to go. Second period tied 1-1. And once again, Rangers penalty killing coming out huge. 5 for 5 in this game, with a shorthanded goal as well. Carried in deep by Kotkaniemi. His pass tipped away. Played in deep by Chatfield, but taken back by Gustafsson. Lifts it out of the zone to center to Panarin. Right side feed. Panarin gets it back. Top of the right circle. Down low, deflected on goal. A save, Kochetkov on the deflection by Roslovic. Out to Fox at the right point. Ahead of Roslovic. Circles at the blue line. Skates to the left side. Now turns. Goes the other way down the slot. Tried to shoot, but he fanned on it. Able to keep it in. Then it's deflected out. The Canes come down with it 3-on-2 across the line. Left side, long shot tipped wide. Comes out to Orlov, right side. Winds it deep. It's blocked by Fox. Fox able to move it up the left side. It's cleared out by Panarin. Canes try to bring it back in. Svechnikov forced back. Almost gave it up to Trocheck. Puck taken away by Panarin. And the Canes take it back. Aho into the Ranger zone. Left side feed. Now right side pass to Svechnikov, right corner. He's checked there by Lindgren, who lost his stick, but tied up Svechnikov. Back pass to Burns. Long shot, save. Shesterkin. The rebound loose, and without a stick, Trocheck kicks it out to Panarin. Skates into the Carolina zone. The Canes take it back. 5:20 to go. Ooh. Whoa. A bump with the referee. Knocked down one of the Canes at the side of the net. It was Gensel.
Gensel, right? Knocked over by Skilleter.
Right.
Skilleter from Saskatchewan, a good Canadian boy getting involved.
You got a good piece in the Rangers zone. The back pass left point. Long shot is gloved by Shesterkin on the deflection. And players come together at the side of the crease. But play stops with 4:57 to go in the second period. And the game tied 1-1. And you're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at SecurityDodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window and Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window and Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window and Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window and Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Well, it looks like the face-off will be to the right of Igor Shesterkin, as Shesterkin with a left pad save on the most recent Carolina power play. Probably his biggest save on the 5 power plays that Carolina's had. But the Rangers with maybe their best chances shorthanded.
Yeah, right.
You know, right. You know, I guess it figures Carolina pressing, and maybe
face-off win by Kuznetsov. Long shot from the board. Save made by Shesterkin. Rebound play by Kotkaniemi. Try to wind it in. It's intercepted by Zibanejad. Outlets to Goodrow. Goodrow down the middle. Left side Pidavisi into the Carolina zone. Long shot gloved head high by Kochetkov, and he holds it.
Well, that'll be an offensive zone face-off with 4:41 left in the middle period. The Rangers do a little better job here in this period of throwing pucks to the net. Carolina with 14 shots on goal. Rangers with 12.
All the penalties have to really disrupt the flow of the Rangers game, I would think.
Well, the thing is, it takes Panarin and Lafreniere and Hedl and Kakko. It takes those guys all out of the rotation. Cooley.
Hedl is back on the ice with Wenberg and Kakko. Face off the Carolina zone is poked ahead by Fox. Kakko in the right corner. He's checked there by Brady Shea. Gives it to Hedl. Skates up the right circle. Back to Kakko, right corner against Shea. Skates behind the net, around the net, backhands in front, just missed by Wenberg. Wenberg chases it down, gets help from Hedl. Hedl leaves it along the boards for Fox. Fox checked there by Martinook. Pokes it ahead for Kakko. Centers in front, it's broken up and taken away by Natchez. Natchez for Carolina, skates the center. Right side feed to D'Angelo into the Ranger zone. In front, shot, save! Oh, on Martinook, great save by Shesterkin. Rebound played by the Canes. Long shot glove by Shesterkin, and he holds it. Saw the puck all the way on the shot from the blue line. 3:54 to go here in the second period, and the game tied 1-1.
A really good shift from Hedl, Wenberg, and Kakko once again in the offensive zone. I think, on balance, that the line centered by Wenberg, to me, on balance, regardless of who the wingers are, have done the best job of being in the offensive zone 5-on-5, Sam.
Good point. Yeah, you've said that consistently. Mm-hmm. Every shift they've been steady and done something.
At least playing that end of the ice. Yeah. You know, it's a lot easier to play when you're not defending. Face off to the right here of Igor Shesterkin. 3:54 left in the middle period, Sam.
Zibanejad wins it back to Schneider. Plays it behind the net to Miller. Up the left side, now to center. Tipped ahead by Roslovic. Back into the Carolina zone is played by Brent Burns. Burns lifts it high in the air. Down in the Ranger zone. Bounces down. Played by Schneider to Miller. Out to center to Roslovic. He stopped at the line. It's given up to Miller. Miller puts it in the Carolina zone where Burns takes over. Left side feed to Slavin, back to Burns into the Ranger zone. Skates deep to the goal line. Centers all the way through. Save Shesterkin on a shot from the left circle.
That's off the stick, I think, of Teravainen. And once again, the positioning of Shesterkin. You know, from day one, I remember listening to Steve Valiquette, how he tracks the puck. So he never really chases a save. Push one across and square to the shot. Just absolutely magnificent fundamental goaltending, once again, from Igor Shesterkin.
Carolina's shots are up to 34 now. It's 34-19 as they have really made a push these last couple of minutes. Rangers take the faceoff out of the zone. Vesey lifts it in deep into the Carolina end. Orlov back for it, tied up by Vesey, but the Chatfield comes away with the puck. It will clear it down the ice. It's on goal. Stopped by Shesterkin. Covers up with Gensel bearing down on him. 3:03 to go here in this second period. This out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Best Trails and Travel. One other game later. That'll be in Dallas. The Dallas Stars trying to even up the series with the Colorado Avalanche. And the Boston-Florida series 1-1. Game 3 tomorrow night in Boston. Face-off win by Carolina. Shot toward the net off the glove of Shesterkin. The rebound cleared out. Oh, Shesterkin. He's something else. Chatfield under pressure by Cooley. Cooley shoved him down, but the Canes wind it around the boards and out of the zone. Back into the Ranger end. Picked up there by Trocheck. The outlet pass for Panarin into the Carolina zone. Trocheck left side, backhands it on goal, save, rebound save. Oh, there was the big chance for Lafreniere, and Kochetkov with a great second save.
Yeah, this is a nice move by Trocheck. He pulls it through the defender, and then off his backhand, throws it off the left pad of Kochetkov. The rebound ends up on the stick of Lafreniere, and this is his best save of the night right here.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a bang-bang play, right? Both, the breakaways for Panarin and Trocheck, he has time. This one, in no time, he's in the right position. Kochetkov.
Face-off win, shot by Panarin, a save by Kochetkov. Rangers getting a couple of good chances here late in the second period. Kept in by Lindgren to Lafreniere, then it's taken away by Burns. Moves it up the board, stopped by Lindgren. Worked it ahead. Backhanded around the boards by Trocheck. Lafreniere on the right side. Try to poke it back to the point. It's taken away. Back to center. Right side, Jarvis into the Ranger zone with a shot. Save! Shesterkin and no rebound.
Right. Once again, all day long, Igor Shesterkin will make that save. So, you're going to give up those shots from the outside. That's the 37th Carolina shot. And we have 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the second period.
They're not tired because they had 57 shots in the last game.
Right. Well, that last game went, 2.5 or a game and a half almost. We're only 2 periods into this one.
Wenberg on the face-off against Kuznetsov. Wenberg wins it back. Miller plays it up the boards out of the zone. Past Brady Shea all the way down. It's going to be an icing on the Rangers. By the way, the out-of-town scoreboard we gave you earlier, the out-of-town scoreboard was brought to you by Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Visit them today for the ultimate travel experience at besttrailstravel.com.
Face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin.
1:57 to go in the second period. Tied 1-1. Schneider battling Kotkaniemi. Puck wound around the Ranger net near side. Moved up the boards. Trying to clear it out. They battle. Hedl is there. Wenberg is there. 3 Kane players there. And then Kotkaniemi comes out with a long shot glove by Shesterkin. And pass up ahead to Schneider, who carries to the red line. Puts it in the Carolina zone. Shea clears it down the ice. That'll be an icing on Carolina. With 1:27 to go in the second period, tied 1-1, face-off deep in the Carolina zone.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. What do we got? We've got Filipino at 7, probably 8.5 minutes of ice time. He's been pretty good. Okay. He's quick. He's not. He's been strong on the boards, which is going to be his vulnerable area. Face off to the left, Kochetkov.
Winesman waiting, a little talking. Now, again, false start. Roslovic says wants him to drop. Zibanejad battling for it. Kane's able to play it ahead, but it was blocked by Roslovic. Plays it in deep around the boards, and the Canes move it up and out of the zone. To center, it's fired from long distance off the glass. Gustafsson checked along the boards by Kotkaniemi. Rangers move it. Trouba left side to Kreider. Kreider right side feeding center to Gustafsson. Into the Carolina zone, drop to Roslovic. Right circle to the goal line. Tried to center it, hit the back of the net. Under a minute to go, second period. Tied 1-1. Zibanejad banked it off the boards. It's intercepted by Orlov. Lifted on the backhand. And in the Ranger zone, picked up by Jarvis. Right circle, he centers, broken up by Zibanejad. Out of the zone, put back in. But Carolina's got to get onside. Rangers have the puck. 35 seconds to go. Trouba, left side to Gustafsson. Lifts it out to center, knocked down by Jarvis. Back in come the Canes. Jordan Stahl pulls up right circle. He's checked there by Gustafsson. Winds it behind the net. Teravainen to Jarvis. Out to the point. Shot high by Orlov. Got underneath it. Banged high off the glass. Teravainen with it. Back to Orlov. Right circle. Backhands in front. It's tipped wide by Stahl. Trouba's without a stick. Kicks it back to Gustafsson. Fires it around the boards and down the ice. It'll be an icing with 4.5 seconds to go, but they needed that because Trouba needed a stick.
That whole sequence starts. Gustafsson has the puck on the near boards. There's 36 seconds left. There's nobody near him, and he puts a soft clear into the middle of the ice.
Gave it up.
The puck comes back, and just a firm play up ice probably eliminates this. Face off to the right. Igor Shesterkin.
Goodrow for the Rangers. Aho for Carolina. 4.5 seconds to go in the period. And a false start. Goodrow jumped in and wanted to bat it back into the corner. And face-off win by Aho. Back to the point. Slavin. Long shot to Angelo. Blocked in front. And that's it. Period comes to an end. The Rangers win the period Despite all the shots on goal by Carolina late, they have 38 shots through 2 periods. But the Rangers' penalty kill continues to be a major story as they kill off 5 power plays for Carolina and score a shorthanded goal and had another shorthanded chance as well.
Yeah, now they're only listing 4 power plays for Carolina, but in the meantime, I think it's 5. Either way, Sam, it's a tremendous job. A tremendous job by the Ranger penalty kill, and Shesterkin. Once again, the volume of shots, you're going to say, wow, he's been busy. There's no question. Has he made the save when it had to be made? Yes, he has. But the shots, to me, aren't quite as indicative in that second period as where the play was. But that being said, it is what it is, and the Rangers, even Steven, whatever. It's even.
Absolutely. Rangers find, we've said it through the playoffs. Rangers finding ways to win during the season. They did that, and here they are, 1-1 end of 2 periods, and ready to go for a possible 3-0 lead in the series.
Well, the thing is, this Rangers story has developed all season long. And the longer it went, they bought into what they were being asked to do in the coaching staff. It's been an impressive evolution of a very good hockey team here. And like you say, you're 20 minutes away from maybe going up 3-0.
Don LaGreca is coming up with the second period intermission report. Tied 1-1 end of 2. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolón Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolón tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
This is the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
Another tight one in Game 3 down in Raleigh. We're after 2 periods of play, and the Rangers and the Hurricanes are tied at 1. This is the Rangers' second intermission report, and it's brought to you by Spectrum. This is kind of how we thought this series was going to be. We saw 7 goals in Game 1, 7 goals in Game 2. We've only got 2 through 40 minutes so far here in Game 3. Let's recap the period. Rangers were down 1-0, got in penalty trouble again, which has been the theme in this series. But so far, so good. They've been able to kill them all. Kreider gets a shorthanded goal, his 4th from Zibanejad, and that came at 8:30 and tied the game because the Rangers were in penalty trouble in this one. But let's get back to Kreider with the shorthanded goal. It is only the 4th time in Rangers history that a player has had a power play goal, an even strength goal, and a shorthanded goal all in the same playoffs. First done by Mark Messier in 1994. Esa Tikkanen did it when the Rangers made that run to the conference final in 97. Kreider did it in 2022. He's done it again in 2024. And the Rangers tie the game up at 1. But again, the penalties in the second period for the Rangers. Panarin for hooking at 2:10. Fox for tripping at 7:39. Roslovic for hooking at 10:57. And the Rangers killed all three. 4 for 4 for the game. 14 for 14 so far in the series. But Dave and Sam were talking about it. You're playing with fire. This is a terrific Carolina power play. Maybe it hasn't shown so far in this series as far as goals are concerned, but they spend a lot of time in the zone, get a lot of rubber at Igor Shesterkin, who again has been fantastic in this series and in the playoffs. But you just can't have a parade to the penalty box. 5 power play goals in Game 1 for Carolina, another 5 in Game 2, 4 so far here in Game 3. It hasn't hurt them yet, but when you consider all of these games are going down to the end, we're going to enter the third period here tied at 1. You just want to try to stay out of the penalty box, and we'll see if the Rangers can do it. With all these power play opportunities, does a couple of things. Number one, it keeps some really significant players off the ice. No Panarin, no Kakko, no Lafreniere, no Hedl, who is playing in his first game since November 2nd, no Cooley, so it kind of messes up the rotation when you've got to go out there and kill them. So even if you kill them, it's keeping a lot of really effective players off the ice, and it also results in a lot of rubber getting thrown at Shesterkin. 21 shots on goal for Carolina in that second period, a game total so far of 38. Rangers did pretty well getting some rubber at Carolina, 13. They've got 20 shots, but they're being outshot 37 to 20 as they just updated it now, taking a shot away from Carolina. So they had 20 in the second period, now stands at 37 to 20. But the Rangers 0 for 3 on the power play, but more important for them, 4 for 4 on the kill. And we're tied at 1 after 2 periods of play. Stick with MSG through round 2 for pre- and post-game coverage for every game the Rangers play. Watch on MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with an eligible TV subscription. When we come back, we'll dig deeper into the numbers. We'll hear from Peter Laviolette, and we'll also give you an update in Dallas between the Stars and the Avalanche later on tonight. And the Rangers and the Hurricanes tied at 1 after 2 periods of play. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network, and it continues after this timeout. Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Like the new 2024 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive, lease for just $199 a month at Ramsey Mazda, Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN RM671606. MSRP $26,770. Ends 5/31/24.
To win the cup, everything needs to line up perfectly. No different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K treatment.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers, and are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace the beast in your basement, inefficient boiler and tank-type hot water heater. A 96% efficient Peerless boiler and a Pavilion tankless water heater are the perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com or paviliontankless.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get 0% APR financing on a new 2024 Nissan Altima SR VC Turbo. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. For well-qualified buyers, subject to Nissan Motor Acceptance Company credit approval. See dealer for financing details. Ends June 3rd, 2024.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
Don LaGreca back here in our studios in New York City, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Game 3, second intermission. Rangers and the Hurricanes are tied at 1. Chris Kreider's shorthanded goal in the second period has evened things up. The Rangers lead the best-of-7 series 2-0. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
Well, the story of this series so far through 2 games and 2 periods has been the Rangers' penalty kill, 14 for 14. It does seem like they're calling a lot of penalties here in this series and around the playoffs. Peter Laviolette was asked to practice yesterday if he is noticing more penalties being called in this postseason.
I don't have an answer to that. I'm not sure. I can't think back 10 years ago about, whether there was more called. I don't know if you can recall or not, but I don't know. We had to kill a couple. We got one, and for us it ended up being good and a difference. But as far as relying on power play and penalty kill, I think it's important. I think that can make the difference. So there's certain things that can make a difference in a series. Your specialty teams is one of them that can make a difference.
Sometimes you got to lean into what you are. This Rangers team was pretty even strength throughout the year, but they were special on the power play, special on the penalty kill in the regular season. So far in the 6+ games they've played in the postseason, it's been special, and I guess that's what the Rangers are going to have to rely on moving forward. One game in the National Hockey League besides this one. It's getting underway in about 30 minutes from Dallas, the Stars and the Avalanche. Colorado leads that series 1-0, courtesy of a 3-0 comeback back on Tuesday and an overtime win on a goal by Miles Wood. Let's take a look at some of the discrepancy in hits. Now, whether that's just a hometown thing or whether that's actual reality, but the numbers are pretty stark. Rangers have 7 hits in the game, according to the stats, with Carolina having 24. Carolina with 37 shots to the Rangers' 19. The best producers offensively for Carolina in shots on goal, each with 4, is Sebastian Aho and Jordan Staal, who's played very well so far in this game. For the Rangers, their best producers, also with 4, have been Vincent Trocheck and Alexei Lafreniere, who's played very well in this game. It is now time for What's on Tap for the third period. It's brought to you by New Heineken Silver, and might as well continue to hammer it home. Stay out of the box. Rangers 14 for 14 on the kill. They have a shorthanded goal, but Carolina's got one of the best power plays in the NHL, and with a 1-1 game going into the third period, you want to try to stay as disciplined as possible and try to keep this game at even strength if you can, and certainly take advantage of the power plays when you get them. The Rangers have 4 power play goals so far in this series, but none so far tonight, 0 for 3. That's What's on Tap, brought to you by New Heineken Silver, world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and 95 calories. Heineken has all the taste with no bitter endings, available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Well, I'll talk to you again coming up in the post-game show, or will it be overtime? We'll have to wait and see on that. Rangers and the Hurricanes tied at 1. That was the Rangers' second intermission report, brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum One with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line. Both free for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Rangers and Hurricanes tied at 1, heading to the third period. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information. New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester. Virtual care that lets you connect with us digitally. World-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine, and Health Matters, an online source for the latest health and wellness topics and tips. Experience extraordinary healthcare when and where you need it. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. Restrictions apply.
Sam Rosen, Dave Maloney here at PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. Getting set for the third period. The game tied 1-1. The third period puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up, enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. The team's returning to the ice. They've changed the numbers on shots on goal. It's now 37-18 in favor of Carolina, 20-12 in the second period. I agree with Don. Those I don't like the hit totals. I don't think the Rangers have only had 7 hits in the game. Maybe they've been out hit by Carolina, which could be
Yeah,
true.
I think that case could be true. I got to believe they ranged at more than 7 hits. I mean,
yeah.
That being said, Carolina is traditionally a team that's at the bottom of the league in hits. So this is a little out of character for a Rod Brindamore team to have that many hits.
With Philip Hedl returning, as you mentioned, he had a little over 8 minutes of playing time. Will Cooley has been kind of the odd man out. He's played less than 4 minutes through 2 periods.
Well, again, the penalties, again, is going to impinge, if you will, on his ice time. So, but I like, again, Hedl is just a little different skill set, right? He's a little better hands, a little quicker on the puck. So, and Kako might be a better player with Hedl, too. So, you go back 2 years ago, those two and Lafreniere would have been the best line the Rangers had.
Outstanding, without a doubt. All right. Rangers going left to right. Igor Shesterkin in goal to our left. Pyotr Kochetkov in goal to our right. 1-1. Rangers leading the series 2-0, and a huge third period is underway. Face-off win by Zibanejad. Sent up by Miller. Past Roslovic deep in the Carolina zone. Kochetkov plays it around the boards. Blocked by Kreider. It's picked up by Slavin. Slavin to Burns. Burns clears it out. It deflected out of play.
Yeah, this will be a face-off to the right here of Kochetkov as the Rangers, like the first period start. Very quick opening salvo from the Rangers. They make a line change, and Carolina will match. And, we talked about, again, it's nothing new. The home team gets the last choice. So Brindamore looks like he wants to have the Aho line out against Trocheck. And Trocheck thwarted on a breakaway, short-handed breakaway in the second period.
Trocheck, Lafreniere, and Panarin on. Face-off win by Aho. Burns plays it back. And it's sent up the boards by Slavin to Gensel into the Rangers zone. Knocked down with a high stick by Adam Fox. Brings a whistle and a face-off in the Rangers zone. 26 seconds in, we've had a couple of whistles already.
This is a little bit of a repeat, honestly, of the first period, right? Remember, we had 3 face-offs in the first whatever amount of seconds.
Let's get this show on the road here.
Yeah, really. Jumpstart. The crowd's certainly ready. We're ready. Face off to the right of a very ready Igor Shesterkin once again, and a very busy Shesterkin. We talked about his game, the more work he gets. Well, he's been a busy Cowboy, although it's more quantity than quality, I would suggest.
Face-off win by Trocheck. Rangers get it out of the zone. Canes take over. D'Angelo fires up ahead, tipped in by Kuznetsov, on goal, stopped by Shesterkin. Moved by Schneider, he took a hit. Rangers clear it out. Panarin down the right side, right circle, he shoots, save with a blocker, and the puck goes up into the netting, stopping play. We're still in the opening minute of the third period. That's our third whistle, and a face-off to the left of Kochetkov.
Yeah, fourth face-off, where they include the one that started the period, started this thing here 46 seconds ago.
Here's Wenberg, Kakko, and Filipino on the ice. Trouba and Gustafson, the defenseman. Face-off win for Carolina. Moved ahead, but blocked. Comes to Wenberg. He shoots it and went wide. Rebound played by Kakko. On goal, a stick save by Kochetkov. A broken stick on the ice belongs to Carolina, but they move down. 2-on-1 down low. 3-on-2, and it's broken up. Bad pass. Rangers turn it. Hedl up the right side. Plays it into the Carolina zone. Back for it, Orlov. Pulls away from Hedl. Hedl checks him. Orlov circles in his own end. Forced back by Kakko. Plays to the right side. It's dropped back by D'Angelo to Orlov behind the Carolina net. Now the play starts to pick up. Orlov moves up slowly. Play pass to the left side, Kuznetsov. His pass was blocked by Cooley. Comes back to Kuznetsov in the Ranger zone. Right side of Kotkaniemi against Cooley. Carries it deep. He's stopped by Lindgren. Pass behind the net, broken up. Fox moves it on the backhand for Goodrow. Goodrow trying to clear it, denied by Chatfield. But a back pass comes out of the zone.
Yeah, nice job by Fox. Fox in a good stick position on Kuznetsov.
Kuznetsov with the puck into the Ranger zone. Top of the left circle, a shot blocked by Fox, picked up by Zibanejad. Clears it out of the zone, taken by Kotkaniemi. Circles in his own end. His pass blocked by Vesey, picked up, brought in by Schneider. Lost control, cleared out. Kotkaniemi to center. His pass across, taken away by Kreider. In the middle, Schneider. Deflected on goal and covered in the crease by Kochetkov. 2:19 gone by here in the third.
Yeah, nice job once again by Braden Schneider, and you continue to be impressed with Schneider. You know, it's just his quickness and his strength. He gets to the position quickly enough to defend or offend. And his speed and strength allows him to participate in a little longer degree in the play. And face off to the right here of Kochetkov. 17:41 left in the third period of regulation.
Zibanejad, Kreider, and Roslovic on. Zibanejad against Stahl on the face-off. Burns comes over, moves it down the ice. All the way down it goes. It's an icing on the Carolina Hurricanes. 2:28 gone by here in the third period.
So again, now the Rangers will be allowed to make a change here as a result of the icing. Yep. It'll be the Trocheck line back out with Panarin and Lafreniere, and big Jordan Stahl in the middle of the ice here for the face-off for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Trocheck's been the Rangers' best face-off man, but Stahl wins it back, and it's lifted out by Slavin. Bounces into the Rangers zone where Trouba clears it out. Taken back by Slavin, has to wait for his teammate Jarvis to get onside. It's put in the Ranger zone, cleared out by Trouba. Left side feed to Panarin. Panarin moves it against Burns. They go to the end boards. Puck loose behind the net. Stahl with a hit. Panarin comes out with a puck. Back pass to Gustafson. Down low off the stick of Lafreniere. A shot deflected away by Panarin's shot. And then it's lifted clear by Burns to center. Rangers play it back. Trocheck down the right side, shoved to the board, stays with the puck. Back pass out of the zone as he tried to hit Trouba coming in. Trouba goes back to Gustafson. Now to Trouba in his own end. Rangers changing. Now Gustafson moves up. for Kreider in center. Tipped it ahead. It's taken by Orlov in the Carolina end. Out to center to Svechnikov. Cross-ice pass for Aho. Deflected over the glass and out of play.
Yeah, that should stay in the neutral zone as that puck was deflected by Aho in the neutral zone. And the Rangers look a little bit quicker early in this third period than the Carolina Hurricane.
Okay.
A little bit quicker on the puck. Face off in front of the Rangers bench as the Rangers skate left to right here, Sam.
Zibanejad, Kreider, and Roslovic on. Aho wins it back to Orlov, who fires it in around the boards in the Ranger zone. Lindgren is bumped by Svechnikov, holds it, backhands it to Fox, comes to the right side, and passes it out to center. Roslovic tipped it ahead, taken back by Aho. Centers, and it's broken up by Lindgren. Sent back in by the Canes. Around the boards it goes. Near side, Fox comes over, feeds Zibanejad. Lifts it out to center. It's gloved down by Martinook. Back comes Aho. Aho with a feed right side to Natchez. Around the net. He turns. Natchez in the slot. Shot blocked by Zibanejad. Hurricanes have it. Orlov to Natchez. Natchez cuts in. His shot saved. Shesterkin trying to control it. He does. Oh, man, that was a dangerous moment.
Yeah, it really was. Again, it's the first contact of the puck with the Rangers is just a little soft getting out. And Carolina just does such a tremendous job of controlling that blue line. Aho dishes it off to Natchez. And boy, if Natchez had any finishing skills at all, he'd be a 50-goal scorer.
I agree with you, Dave.
Right? He comes around here and just waits a tad long, and a good stick by Mika Zibanejad to defend.
Face-off win by Drury. The puck out of the zone, trying to break free was Vesey. He was being held up as he was battling Brady Shea.
Right.
Martinook down the middle into the Ranger zone. Right side feed to Drury. Back pass to D'Angelo, right point. Works it down the boards. Drury's pass deflected out of the zone all the way back into the Rangers' end.
Yeah, good stick once again by Keandre Miller.
D'Angelo with the puck. Right wing feed, cutting to the middle, brought across the line by Natchez. The back pass, nobody at the point. It's out to center. 5 minutes gone by, third period. Tied 1-1. Burns sends it into the Ranger zone. Round the boards to the blue line, kept in by Slavin. Toward the net, tipped just wide. Rebound played along the boards by Burns in the right circle. Burns, back pass to the point. Slap shot by Nason. Goes wide. Lifted up ahead for Kotkaniemi. Rangers try to break it up. It's kept in deep. Nason winds it deep to Kuznetsov. Pass in front off the side of the net and cleared out of the zone by Trouba. Down the ice for an icing. That was a dangerous moment.
Yeah, the puck around the net. The Carolina, and I've talked about this ad nauseum, right? They are so good at the offensive blue line. You know, keeping pucks in, pinching down hard, keeping it alive, keeping the play in the offensive zone. That's where they get that offensive zone possession, oftentimes by that strength on the offensive blue line.
Wenberg wins the face-off. Played by Trouba, lifts it out of the zone, way up in the air, bounces down the Carolina end. Chatfield able to move it to Orlov. Orlov holding. Feeds right side and center to Chatfield. Up ahead at the Ranger line is broken up there by Lindgren. Take it back. A back pass for Svechnikov. Comes to the line, kept it by Chatfield and Orlov. Winds it deep for Gensel. Gensel tied up by Fox. Works it up the boards for Orlov. All the way around the boards to the right point, Chatfield. In deep to Aho in the right corner. He's checked by Lindgren. Fox lifts it and try to lift it out of the zone. It's gloved down. Pushed ahead. Kane's able to keep it in. Now pass to the line. Comes out of the zone. Brought back in by Orlov offside. Carolina.
Well, again, the Rangers need to move it inches to get it over the blue line and eventually do just that. We're going to take a break here in the third period, all tied at 1 with 13:44 left. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality, but with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League. And the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. With unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers.
Face-off once again here in front of the Rangers bench in the neutral zone as the Rangers skate left to right here from PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Shots are 40-23 in favor of Carolina. The goals are 1-1. Moving in is Panarin with a feed for Lafreniere. He scores! The Rangers take the lead, 2-1.
What a great play at the blue line by Vinny Trocheck, and he creates the odd man rush. And Panarin finds Lafreniere. Back-to-back games, Lafreniere is going to get himself a goal here, and this thing beats Kochetkov from distance, but it was off the stick in a hurry. And the Rangers here, 13:35 left. What a play at the blue line by Trocheck to take a hit, to allow the puck to go through as Aho cross-checks Trocheck from behind. Panarin picks it up, backhand pass, and we have a 2-1 Ranger lead, Sam.
6:25 the time of the goal. Lafreniere from Panarin, and we think Trocheck. We haven't.
Well, I'm not sure he's going to get an assist.
Played on goal by Zibanejad, steered away by Kochetkov. Canes come to center. Jarvis down the left side. Left circle. Moves in with a shot, save. Rebound loose in front, clear to side. Good play by Kreider, and then it's lifted out to center.
Evidently, he must have tipped it, Sam, because it looks like he's going to get an assist.
They did give him an assist. You're right. So he scored in every game.
Right.
Wow. Rangers with a puck. Trouba fires it up the boards, chipped out down the ice. It'll be an icing on the Rangers. 7:12 gone by. Third period. The Rangers have the lead for the first time in the game on the goal at 6:24 by Lafreniere, his third of the playoffs.
And again, it was on his stick and off his stick and in a hurry, and Kochetkov never really had a chance to get set, despite the distance the puck had to travel.
Rangers able to clear it off the face-off. Back in the Carolina zone, Natchez. Marty Natchez with the puck. Weaves his way to center, up the middle at the red line, plays it left side for Martinook. Trouba got a piece of it, lost his stick, Rangers move the puck. Racing forward, it's cleared out by Goodrow. Goodrow holds in front of the Rangers bench, skates to the red line, sends it in, a bouncer taken by Natchez for Carolina. He's checked by VC, goes cross ice to Drury, and in the Rangers zone. Martinook after it, he's tied up there. Goodrow looking for the puck. He ties his man up in the corner. Gustafson comes out with it. Gustafson skates to center. Lifts it into the Carolina zone. That's an icing. He didn't get to the red line. Oh, he stopped. I wondered why he stopped. He was a stride short of the red line, lifted it in, and went for a change.
Right, and it was like off his back foot, too. There's nobody around him. Really, there's nobody around him. And, it's like a fadeaway jumper in the wrong sport, right?
Well,
I know this Nick thing is a story, but in the meantime, it'll be to the left here of Igor Shesterkin.
Kuznetsov on the face-off against Goodrow. Goodrow goes down to the ice and pulls it back. Good job by Goodrow on the face-off. Rangers clear it out. Comes back to the Carolina line. Kotkaniemi up the middle into the Rangers zone. Left side feed shot by Shea goes wide. Played by Nason. Winds it deep to Kotkaniemi. He gets knocked down by Trouba. Trouba then gets hit on a retaliation. He's tied up. The Rangers head the other way. Feed to Hedl in the right circle. He shot it wide. Around the boards it goes. Trouba was trying to get to the bench, couldn't get off as the puck came back into the Rangers zone. Trouba with a hit on D'Angelo.
There's a spear of D'Angelo. D'Angelo speared Trocheck.
And nothing called.
Trouba. No, it's up.
Is it? Oh, yeah. There's a penalty
absolutely.
upcoming. You're right.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a bad penalty on Tony D'Angelo. Rangers get an extra skater on. Delayed penalty with 11 minutes to go here in the third.
Yeah, I'm the Rangers. I just stay there. Just stay there. Keep it.
They come up slowly to center. Back pass. Fox picks it up in his own line. Across the red line. Right there, it's Panarin into the Carolina zone. It's taken away. Whistle stops play. Rangers get a power play with 10:48 to go here in this third period. And the Rangers leading 2-1.
Well, this is the result of Trouba laying out D'Angelo. Put a big hit into D'Angelo. Now that, I thought he got him where, every one of us men are going to go, oh man, that's going to leave a mark. In the meantime, it just clipped him on the right leg.
They call it slashing.
Right.
And the Rangers get their fourth power play of the game. And I want to correct what I said earlier. Carolina's had only 4. I thought it was 5. Face-off win for Carolina. They clear all the way down. Rangers' power play has been kept quiet thus far in the game. Fox moves up, drops it back. It's picked up by Panarin. Up the right side, angles to the middle. Left side feed for Zibanejad. It's tipped away. Zibanejad takes it back, right circle. Skates back to the blue line. Looks and shoots. Deflected high off the glass. Played by Burns. Fires it up the boards past Zibanejad and all the way down. Coming down to the midway point. Third period. And the Rangers leading 2-1. 1:20 to go in their power play. Panarin to center. Left side feed to Lafreniere. Off the boards, taken away and cleared by Orlov. Intercepted by Fox in center. Leads Panarin into the zone. Right circle to the goal line. Winds it behind the net for Kreider. He's tied up there. Shea looking for it for Carolina. Lafreniere is there. Panarin with a back pass. Nobody at the point. It's out of the zone. Gustafsson goes back for it. 50 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Second unit on. Lafreniere to Roslovic. Into the Carolina zone. Roslovic got knocked down. Hard hit by Slavin. Puck around the boards to Wenberg. Wound around right side to Roslovic. Out to the right point to Trouba. Left point to Gustafsson. Winds up, fakes the shot. Holds, feeds Trouba. Right point. Toward the net. Tipped away by Chatfield. Skates behind his net. Chatfield looking to move it. Drury tried to move it. Good job by Lafreniere. Then Chatfield able to clear it out. Trouba back forward in the Ranger zone. Gustafsson out to center. And it's played into the Carolina zone with 10 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Pass intercepted in center by Hedl. Moves in. Goes behind the back. And he almost scored it. Just went wide. Hedl, a backhander, and stopped by Kochetkov. Power play is over. Kakko try to feed Hedl. And the puck taken back by D'Angelo. 8.5 minutes to go. Third period. Aho into the zone. Shot by Gensel. Saved. Shesterkin. The rebound. Loose. Fans looking for a penalty call, and they're going to get one. Schneider knocked down his man in front. And Carolina will get a power play as Braden Schneider will go off with 8:22 to go here in the third period. Man, oh man.
Boy, Filipino had a golden opportunity. It's a wonderful move. He pulls the puck between his legs around, and that puck goes off the stick of Kochetkov. And Braden Schneider gets called for an interference cross-check, whatever you want to call it. Cross-check it is. But it is the right call. As we're going to take a break here. When we come back, Carolina will get on another power play as we get down to... You're listening to New York Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Attention hockey fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private, state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from their highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. ThriveWell, saving lives drip by drip.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Lease a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 2.5S, select all-wheel drive, just $239 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey.
Hey Insiders, thanks for joining us again for more Stanley Cup playoffs action. What a night we had last night in the Vancouver game. And thank you to everybody who reached out via the emails, the text messages, the DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for reaching out. You guys said you wanted these games, so here we are. Then I put the poll up, and it was 95% to 5%. So here we are. I'm going to do as many games as I can right here on TSI going through these playoffs. And we're going to cheer on the Canadian teams and whoever else that we're going for the night of. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. And as well, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And let's help us get over 18,000 as we come in tonight with the two matchups between the Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Avs and Stars. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you guys in the chat.
A penalty kill. Well, here we go, Sam. This is a big one.
Power play, face-off win by Aho. Left point, D'Angelo skates right along the blue line. Left side to Aho. Toward the net, goes deflected, goes all the way through. Trocheck gets to the puck, carries to center, into the Carolina zone. Takes it deep, one-hands it behind the net, gets to it, winds it around the boards for Goodrow. Goodrow checked there by Gensel. Deep in the Carolina zone. 3 Carolina Hurricanes there. Goodrow keeping it alive. Plays it behind the net. D'Angelo takes over. Good job by Trocheck and Goodrow.
Absolutely good job.
Aho, left side against the Ranger zone. Aho in deep. Winds it around the boards to Svechnikov. Tried to get it to Jarvis. Jarvis winds it around left side of Aho. Aho gets knocked down by Trouba. Winds it deep to Jarvis. Up the boards to Aho's side of the circle. Back to Aho in the left circle. Left point to D'Angelo. Back to Aho. Left circle. D'Angelo, center of the blue line. Looks. Feeds Aho. Left circle. Moves in. Shoots. Wide. Around the boards and out. He missed the net and went all the way out.
Yeah, tried to go short side and up high, and D'Angelo couldn't get over in time to keep the puck in.
7 minutes to go, third period. Rangers leading 2-1. 35 seconds to go in the Carolina power play. Natchez moves it to Teravainen. Centers and is blocked in front by Fox. Loose puck, and it's stopped in the crease and covered by Shesterkin with 29 seconds remaining in the Carolina power play.
Gonna be sweaty palm time here, Sam. I'm going to tell you right now. What a great play with a stick here.
Let me see if I have a towel in my bag for you.
Exactly. As Keandre Miller does a nice job of laying his stick down here towards the end to defend anything that's going to come across the crease.
Kuznetsov on the face-off. Trocheck. It's a standoff. Rangers control. It's cleared all the way down by Keandre Miller. 20 seconds to go in the Carolina power play. Brent Burns carries up the middle of center. Dropped it back. Picked up by Natchez. Into the Ranger zone right side. Left side feed to Teravainen. Right side feed in deep. Kuznetsov taken away. Lifted on the backhand all the way down. And the Rangers do it again.
Wow.
The penalty killing comes through. Team's back at full strength, 6:15 to go. And the Rangers leading 2-1. Shot in by Brady Shea. Deep in the Rangers zone. Off the stick of Gustafsson. Loose puck picked up, Rangers for Kakko. In deep. Shea tried to take it away. A shot by Hedl, a save. Oh, great effort. Then Hedl went sliding hard into the end boards. And every time I see that, Dave, I get shaky.
Yeah, he's taking his time getting up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I just got a text on the move that Hedl made beforehand. He said he loves Rempe, but the big guy's not making the move that Hedl made to create the opportunity.
All right. We'll take a break with 5:58 to go, and the Rangers leading 2-1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and MSG Radio Network.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolòn Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style. Always drink responsibly.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
Stay tuned for the Final Five, brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com. 5:57 to go. Third period, Rangers leading 2-1 face-off deep in the Carolina zone.
It's towel time here in Raleigh, and the crowd exhorting their home team here, trailing by one.
Wenberg, Hedl, and Kakko stay on. Face-off against Wenberg against Drury. Played in deep by Fox behind the Carolina net. Swung up the boards and out of the zone. Fox able to move it across to Lindgren. Off the boards to Hedl at the blue line. Tried to send it in. It was blocked. Tied up in front of the Carolina bench. Played out by Martinook into the Ranger zone. Intercepted and cleared out by Fox. Carolina with the puck. 5.5 minutes to go. Drury to the Ranger line. Long shot gloved by Shesterkin. Dropped it off to Fox. Fires it up the board. Stopped by Martinook. Martinook works it. It's taken away and cleared. Oh, good play by Roslovic. In the Carolina zone. Roslovic in deep at the goal line. Centered it. It was tipped away. Back to the point. Played by Zibanejad to Miller. In deep to Kreider. To Roslovic. In front. It's deflected out of the zone by Drury. Recovered by Schneider. 5 minutes to go. Into the Carolina zone. Zibanejad at the goal line. Centers back for Roslovic. Deflected away. Comes to Schneider. His shot was wide around the boards and kept in momentarily. Was brought out by Aho. And stopped by Zibanejad.
What a great back check by Zibanejad on Aho.
In the Ranger zone, Miller gets it to Schneider. Skates it clear to center. Leaves it for Kreider, who sends it cross ice deep into the corner. 4.5 minutes to go. Orlov for Carolina to center. Right side feed sent ahead by D'Angelo. In deep, it's intercepted by Schneider. Banks it off the glass to the line. Kept in by Slavin. Long shot wide. Tipped to the line. Kept in by D'Angelo. Winds it deep for Gensel. Sends it around to Aho. He's checked by Gustafsson. Pass deflected and cleared out by Jimmy Vesey. With 4 minutes to go. Third period. Rangers leading 2-1. Long pass tipped into the Ranger zone. Jarvis after it. Fox after it. They battle in the corner. Fox moves it up the boards. Lafreniere is there. Fox goes behind his net to Lindgren. Lindgren up the boards and out of the zone. Back forward, Brady Shea.
Nice job by Panarin. Get that down deep. Get that puck out.
3:35 to go in center. A double hit. Lafreniere and Trocheck with a hit on Jarvis. Carolina with the puck in their own zone. Orlov with it. Orlov skates to center. At the red line, lifts it in. Taken by Schneider around his own net. Schneider feeds cross ice for Miller. It's taken by Natchez. They had a man in front, couldn't get there. It was deflected away. Schneider with a pass taken back by Kotkaniemi. Now near side, Kuznetsov with a shot saved. Shesterkin, Rangers clear it out. 3 minutes to go. Natchez in his own zone to the red line. Left side feed to Orlov. Left circle. Pass down low for Natchez. Misconnection. Kept in deep by Kuznetsov. He's checked there by Zibanejad, who swept it away. Lifts it on the backhand to center. 2:45 to go.
Hand pass.
And a hand pass whistled. The Hurricanes don't like the call. Slavin questioning the call. Gets no sympathy from the linesman.
And no sympathy from this radio booth either.
The Final Five is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com.
Now we have a face-off right in the middle of the ice here with right in the middle of the building.
2:43 to go.
As the Trocheck, VC, Goudreau threesome comes out against Aho, Svechnikov, and Gensel.
Face-off control by Carolina. Shea sends it deep off the corner boards. Played by Lindgren. Kochetkov started to go to the bench, but the puck was cleared out. It's back in the Carolina zone. Shea deep in his own zone. Now Kochetkov goes to the bench. Carolina's net is empty. 2:20 to go. Deep in the Ranger zone. Aho winds it around the boards. Back for it, Jimmy Vesey. Lindgren looking for it. Truman moves it up the board. Stopped by Brady Shea. Lifted out by Trocheck to the line. Kept in by Shea.
Oh, wow.
Cleared out by the Rangers. Pass for Goodrow is broken up by Shea. Skates back into his own zone. 2 minutes to go. Rangers leading 2-1. Shea, left side feed to Aho into the Ranger zone. He's checked there by Trocheck. Winds it around. Back pass to the right point to Burns. Burns moves it up. Turnaround shot, Svechnikov deflected into the corner. Played by the Canes. Back to Shea for a shot. Blocked in front. Another shot, they score! With 1:36 to go, Andrei Svechnikov with a turnaround shot in the slot ties the game for Carolina.
Well, again, this was about as good an opportunity as Carolina had all period. The extra bodies in front. There's a broken stick here also, but it really doesn't pay much of a factor. I believe it's a Ranger stick as the puck goes to the right of Shesterkin. Jarvis is going to set it up. Shea does a good job getting in the net. No, it was Aho. Aho's stick who broke. And the Ranger coaching staff is looking. Did Aho play with a broken stick? He still has the stick in his hand.
Oh, that's a good point. But I don't know. Can you challenge that? I don't know what.
I don't think it's a challengeable thing.
Yeah. Ranger coaching staff is still talking to referee Chris Rooney. They're still looking at the
video,
tablet,
right?
At the video. And they gave him the go-ahead sign, so the goal will stand. It's 2-2 with 1:35 to go. Rangers send it in. Sent around the boards by Kochetkov. Martinook plays it out to center, cross ice. Sent back in by Kreider. Winds deep in the Carolina zone. Lifted out by Orloff to center. Bounces down at the Ranger line. Miller clears it out to the Carolina line where Orloff takes over. 1:10 to go. Played between the blue lines. Now sent in. Jordan Staal, left circle, pass in front, tip. A shot deflected. Went over the top and off the glass. Schneider reverses. Zibanejad backhands it up the boards. Less than a minute to go in regulation time. Tied 2-2. An icing whistled against the Rangers with 47 seconds remaining.
Wow. I'll tell you, this building is about as electric as any is going to get. And the Carolina Hurricanes. Now the question is, did Aho play with a broken stick? He makes a play. Now he doesn't have the puck, so I don't know. The puck goes to the pad, and I don't know that the stick's broken before or not. Either way, it's on the books.
Yeah. Rangers coaches took a long
time, but I wouldn't think that's a reviewable.
Off the face-off, a quick shot by Aho is saved by Shesterkin. The rebound to the line, and a lead for Kreider. He races in, and a poke check by Kochetkov stopped him. Oh, man, Kreider had a break. Back the other way, Svechnikov, his shot is blocked. Rangers clear it out. Slavin works it in to Svechnikov. He gets knocked down by Trocheck. 15 seconds to go in regulation time. Tied 2-2. Lindgren to Panarin. Weaves his way to center. Slowed down by Drury. Backhands it into the Carolina zone. 5 seconds to go. And for the second consecutive game, the Rangers and Hurricanes will go to overtime. The Hurricanes come back to tie the game. Pulling the goalie and scoring on a 6-on-5 situation.
Right. Again, you take a look at Chris Kreider barreling around. I tell you, Burns does a really good job of sweeping at Kreider, and Kochetkov does a better job poke checking the puck off the Rangers' Chris Kreider. So, a late goal in a very tight game with not a lot of offense, and we're tied heading to the extra session.
18:24 was the time of the tying goal. Svechnikov's second of the playoffs from Aho and Brady Shea to tie it.
Now, again, I'm going to check with Kenny over at TNT whether Gensel didn't high stick this puck. But anyway, it's all subject to nothing because we're tied at 2 at the end of regulation.
And we're heading for overtime. The final 5 was brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at Tito's.com. So, this one going to overtime. Coming up, Don LaGreca with the overtime intermission report. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
This is the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
Oh, so close to a 3-0 series lead. We still may get there, but it's going to take another overtime as the Rangers and Hurricanes are tied at 2 after regulation. Let's recap the period. We were tied at 1 going into the third, and you were thinking, you know what? Overtime may be intimate, but 6:25 in, Alexei Lafreniere scores his third of the series, his first of the game. Panarin and Trocheck with the assists. Trocheck continues to stay hot, and the Rangers had a 2-1 lead, but still a lot of play. And a lot happened in that third period. A lot of great opportunities, certainly for both teams. Rangers had a power play right after that. DeAngelo to see if they could put it away. Couldn't do it. As the one thing special teams-wise that's not working for the Rangers, 0 for 4 on the power play. And then Philip Hedl with a chance to put the game away as well at the end of a penalty kill when there was a penalty by Roslovic for hooking. Rangers could not cash in on that. Or, for Schneider for cross-checking 11:38. And it just did not work out for the Rangers or the Hurricanes on the power play opportunities. So at the tail end of the DeAngelo, Hedl had a chance to put it away. Carolina had a chance to tie it on the Schneider cross-checking, so the Rangers 5 for 5 on the kill. They have committed 15 penalties so far in this series and have not given up a power play goal. But then, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in regulation, Carolina pulls the goaltender, and they end up getting the equalizer. Aho took a shot that was originally saved. Shea took a shot that was originally saved by the goaltender, Igor Shesterkin. Aho was at the doorstep. He deflected it, then broke his stick. And this is a bone of contention. We're trying to get some details. Dave is in Raleigh right now. Going to try to talk to Kenny and some of the people on the TNT side to see if we can get resolution. Usually a penalty is called if a player plays the puck with a broken stick. Now, the puck hit the stick and broke it, so he didn't play the puck with a broken stick. The puck hitting his stick broke it. Then he looked like he had it for a bit and then dropped it. So I don't know what the line of demarcation is playing with a broken stick, but it looked like it was probably borderline. They let it stand. It's not reviewable. And then we saw the deflection by Svechnikov on the rebound off the Aho deflection. Creates a chance in the slot by Svechnikov, who scores his second of the postseason from Aho and Shea at 18:24, and that ties the game at 2. And then after that, Kreider had a breakaway in the waning seconds of regulation, but it was poke-checked away from Kochenkov, and he did a similar thing to Hedl on that opportunity I told you after the DeAngelo slashing penalty, tail end of that power play where Hedl almost cashed in on it. So great job by Kochenkov, who came in replacing Anderson after Anderson played the first 2 games of the series. So really active with his stick on both the Hedl opportunity and the Kreider opportunity. And we end up going into overtime for the second consecutive game, tied at 2. Penalties in the third period, as we mentioned, it was the Schneider cross-check at 11:38 for the Rangers. For Carolina, it was DeAngelo for slashing at 9:12. So with each team having a power play, things were a little bit more balanced out. So the shots still were in favor of Carolina, but not as heavy as they were in the first 2 periods, as Carolina would outshoot the Rangers 9-6 in the third, 46-25 for the game. But if you look at it, 17-7 the shots in favor of Carolina in the first period, 20-12 in the second, and then just 9-6 in the third. So playing a little bit more even strength, the Rangers were able to kind of get more balance, where Carolina was able to get a lot of shots on goal on the 5 power play opportunities they've gotten, including the 4 they had in the first 2 periods of the game. That's probably why things are so one-sided in the shots, and Rangers still with a chance here to take the 3-0 series lead, but oh so close, as they were 1 minute and 36 seconds away from taking a stranglehold on the series. But you look at if you watched all of these games, 4-3 in game 1, 4-3 in double overtime in game 2. Now we're tied at 2 going into overtime in game 3. Games may say 2-0, and even if the Rangers had held on and made it 3-0, still a very close competitive series, so really no surprise that Carolina is just not going away. They're the desperate team. They know coming back from 3-0 down is a huge, gargantuan task, considering it's only been done 4 times in the history of the NHL. But they get the equalizer, and they've got a chance here in overtime to try to get back into this series and make it a 2-1 series, and the Rangers still with that opportunity to take the 3-0 series lead. We'll go deeper into the stats in just a sec, but right now let's pause, 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
Carolina still doing a tremendous job on the faceoffs, winning 60% of the faceoffs. We mentioned the shots heavily in favor of Carolina, 46-25. And the leader in shots on goal for Carolina, there's 6 shots on goal for Svechnikov, including the game-tying goal. 5 shots on goal from Sebastian Aho, has been a beast so far in this series. Also 4 shots on goal for Evgeny Kuznetsov. If you remember, he was a healthy scratch in Game 2 for Maxim Comtois, but Kuznetsov back in, has 4 shots on goal. The Rangers, the 25 shots on goal, they got 5 from Alexei Lafreniere, including a goal. 4 shots on goal from Vincent Trocheck, who's done a little bit of a better job in the faceoffs than he did in Game 2, but still has only won 42% of them. And 3 shots on goal, and this one from Chris Kreider. So the Rangers trying to get a little bit more rubber at the net. That was the key going into the third. They only had the 6 shots on goal, but they did have a tally and a lead late. Just couldn't hold on to it, and we'll see if they can find a way to be able to score in overtime. We talked about the big advantage in hits, 31-16 now in favor of Carolina. The Rangers, according to the stats, had 7 hits in the first 40 minutes, so they end up having 9 hits in the third period. Rangers played a very good third period. A lot of opportunities, a lot of great back and forth, but even though the Rangers have done a great job on the kill in this series, 15 for 15, it was the man advantage with the goaltender pulled late that I'm able to get this game tied up at 2. So the Rangers got the Vincent Trocheck goal on the power play in the second overtime back on Tuesday to take the 2-0 series lead. Who will be the hero coming up tonight? Well, one thing's for sure, you want to try to stay out of the box. The Rangers committed 2 penalties in the 2 overtimes back on Tuesday. Were able to kill both of them off and then cashed in with their 4th power play goal of the series on the Trocheck tally in the second overtime. It's not like it back in the old days where you'd have to kill somebody to be able to commit a penalty in overtime. They will call the infractions, so both of these teams are going to have to mind their P's and Q's for sure. The other game going on in the National Hockey League tonight is in Dallas between the Stars and the Avalanche. They're 5 minutes into the first period in that one, and the game is scoreless. Colorado leads that series 1-0. They were up 3-0 after 1 period of play last Tuesday. Gave up 4 unanswered goals, including the Miles Wood overtime goal, to take that 1-0 series lead. 2 more games tomorrow, Florida and Boston, as the scene shifts to TD Bank in Boston, as the Bruins and the Panthers are tied at a game apiece. Bruins won Game 1 5-1. Panthers came back last night in a slugfest 6-1. Slugfest meaning a lot of fights, a lot of fighting majors in that one to even up that series. And then at 10 o'clock tomorrow, Edmonton and Vancouver. Canucks drew first blood last night, coming back from 4-1 down in the third to beat the Oilers 5-4. So they'll play Game 2 tomorrow with Boston and Florida playing Game 3. Rangers will be back in action for Game 4 in Raleigh on Saturday for a 7 o'clock start. We'll have the pregame coming up at 6:30. The big question, will it be the New York Rangers up 3-0, or will it be Carolina climbing back into the series at 2-1? We're going to find out shortly or later, depending on how things go. So I will talk to you coming up in either the post-game show or the next intermission. But coming up after these messages, Sam Rosen and Dave Maloney with a call of overtime from Raleigh. Rangers and the Hurricanes tied at 2. Blue Shirts lead the best-of-7 series 2-0. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This has been the New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts hockey is next.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Like the new 2024 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive, lease for just $199 a month at Ramsey Mazda, Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN RM671606. MSRP $26,770. Ends 5/31/24.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester. Virtual care that lets you connect with us digitally. World-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine. And Health Matters, an online source for the latest health and wellness topics and tips. Experience extraordinary health care when and where you need it. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. Restrictions apply.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Are you ready for some overtime hockey? How are your palms, Dave?
Well, we're back to reset here now for the first overtime, and it'll be interesting. You know, we heard coming after the game, Vinny Chotrek referenced the speech or the chat that Jonathan Quick gave to the club during the overtime sessions, and hopefully that in victory we'll be able to hear a story or two about that.
Based on what you saw in the overtime in Game 2, what do you think? What do you look for here with the Rangers on the road in overtime?
Well, listen, at this time, it's that one play. It's that one, really when you look at the overtime winning goal, in Trocheck's power play goal, the puck goes off of Brett Burns, right? And he tries to bat it, and Trocheck happens to be there. It is that close. So I once again, I think the Rangers have to pay attention to that offensive or the defensive blue line, pay attention to where they're putting the puck. By and large, and despite the disparity in shots, I just think it's volume. I don't think there's been an awful lot of quality Carolina opportunities. Yep. And let's not forget the poke check that Kochetkov made on Kreider late in regulation. Yeah. So
that was a big chance.
Just look for, this whole series has been a grind fest since the opening faceoff. So I don't expect to be any different here now.
All right. Igor Shesterkin in goal to our right. Pyotr Kochetkov in goal to our left. Zibanejad, Kreider, Roslovic, Schneider, and Miller start the overtime for the Rangers. Stahl, Jarvis, and Teravainen for Carolina with Slavin and Burns into the Ranger zone. Miller reverses behind his own net to Schneider. Schneider is tied up with Teravainen. Stahl looking to play it. Zibanejad on him. Stahl in the left corner. Zibanejad picks him off, moves the puck. It's stopped there by Jarvis. Then it's banged out of the zone by Zibanejad and fired back in. Shesterkin stops it behind his net. Right side, feed to Schneider. Angles to the middle in his own zone. Skates to center. At the red line, he sends it in. Both teams change lines. Slavin, quick pass out for Gensel, broken up by Lindgren. Good play in center by Brian Lindgren. Lindgren trying to move the puck. At the red line, played ahead by Cooley. Cooley, Goodrow, and Vesey on for the Rangers. Round the boards, Gensel trying to clear, it's blocked. Gensel fires it out past Aho. Picked up by Lindgren in the Ranger zone. He circles in front of his own net. Lindgren, long pass ahead, tipped in by Vesey. Kochetkov out to play it on the forehand, off the glass, and the Canes come to center. Natchez, pass ahead to Chatfield. Centered, long shot, save, Shesterkin. And the Rangers come out with it. Lafreniere in the Carolina zone, cuts to the middle and shoots wide. Rebound to Drury. Drury clears it out. Trouba at the red line stops it. Left side of Lafreniere sends it in. Round the boards it goes. Missed by Orlov. Played it. Score! Score! Yes! Yes! The Rangers win it in overtime and lead the series 3-0.
This is a broken play out of the corner. I'm not sure who eventually chips it in. Trocheck is definitely involved, and the Rangers put the chokehold on the Carolina Hurricanes here in Game 3. Should have been over in regulation anyway, Sammy.
A minute 43 seconds into overtime. The Rangers win it. The Rangers win it 3-2 and lead the series 3-0. Artemi Panarin gets the goal.
This puck takes an odd Ranger bounce coming off the left, out of the left corner to the left of the net. Then it goes through Orlov. Trocheck gets it on his backhand, and oh my gosh, what a deflection. What a deflection, Sammy.
I can't believe what I just saw.
Oh my God. It's almost like a ballet move, right? Up in the air, his legs keep the legs out of the way. Forehand deflection off the blocker, off the right hip, crosses the goal line, and the Rangers have a commanding lead.
Dave, can you believe they have won 7 straight playoff games? They're 7-0 in the playoffs.
And the last time they did that, Sam?
1994.
You were there, brother. You're here again.
This is just phenomenal.
That is
just amazing things we're seeing.
Again, it was the kind of a misplay by Orlov. Couldn't quite get the puck. And who got it was Trocheck, and what a deflection by Artemi Panarin.
Panarin from Trocheck at 1:42 of overtime. Panarin with his 4th goal of these playoffs. Trocheck with another assist. Has just been brilliant. You can't say enough about the play of Vincent Trocheck. And give Igor Shesterkin, I know you're talking quantity of shots, Dave, 45 saves. Yeah. After he made 54 in the previous game.
Right. Well, that's, again, the bottom line. People